Vienna in week 2, 45-0. And then they beat El Dorado last week by a score of 44-8. So both teams can put a lot of points on the board.
Yes, they have, and they both have played pretty good defense. When you compare, they both played Vienna. Both had pretty similar scores, 45-0, 47-8. That could be a score late in the game. You put subs in. Hard to say what happened there. But just looking at that, it's should have you think you'd have a high-scoring game, but they do play good defense. Going to see a lot of run tonight. You've got the Thunder and Lightning for Fairfield. Thunder is, I forgot it, Matt Brown. Lightning is Cameron Williams. You've got the Brock and Rock connection for Sesser-Valier, Brock Wheatley and Tyler Rock. Should see a lot of ground game tonight. Sesser will throw the ball a little bit more than Fairfield, but should be between the tackles.
Yeah, that's right. And Sesser does have a very good quarterback in Kendall Gibson. For the season, he has passed for 399 yards, including 1 touchdown. He's been 28 out of 47 on the season, averaging 126 yards, total yards per game from the air. And so, if they need to strike with the air, if the run is not there, or in order just to mix it up and keep the defense off guard, they can certainly air it out.
Yeah, in high school, unless you throw it a lot, anytime you get over 100 yards passing is pretty good. The game that we saw, they were able to throw it from their spread formation. They were throwing it from the eye. They just take what the defense gave them and march the ball down the field pretty much every time.
Tonight's game is also not only live on 90.9 The Vine Radio, but we're also live online at WVYN.org. So hello to all of you who are listening along the internet on WVYN.org. And also we'll be archiving the game with video tonight on AreaSports.net, as well as later on Charter Communications Cable Channel 10. Now the video archive will take place later on this weekend. So it's not on AreaSports.net yet, but it will be later on this weekend. Tonight's action, by the way, is made possible in part by Sesser Auto Body in Sesser. They're known as the Collision Pros, located at 602 South Park Street in Sesser. Phone number is 625-3523. Tim Pierce and the gang at Sesser Auto Body. Very happy to be bringing you tonight's action here live on 90.9 The Vine. That's Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park Street in Sesser. They are the Collision Pros, and again, their phone number is 625-3523. Fans are still coming in here at the train yard. It's just, again, a beautiful night for football. Tonight's action also made possible by Anjo's Pizza in Sesser. They're located on the main highway just on the east edge of Sesser, and they will be naming our Sesser-Valier football player of the game at the conclusion of tonight's contest. Anjo's Pizza, they have not only pizza, but they have pasta and well-known for their Italian beef as well. So,
yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Their phone number is 625-ANJO. That's 625-2656. That's Anjo's Pizza in Sesser on the main highway, just east edge of Sesser. And we're going to have the playing of our national anthem here momentarily as the Mules pep band is taking position out on the field to play our national anthem this evening. So we'll pause for that. That's the Fairfield High School Community High School Band under the direction of artist Marbury, I believe, to this evening, playing our national anthem here at Mac Martin Field, otherwise known as the Train Yard, as the Fairfield Mules get set to host Sesser-Valier, Woodlawn, Waltonville Red Devils in Black Diamond Conference Showdown. Well, Russ, we have talked about the passing game a little bit and touched upon the running game. How about some stats for both Thunder Lightning of Fairfield? That's Brown and Williams, as well as Brock and Rock for Sesser-Valier. You got some stats there on the running game so far for both of them this year.
For the visiting Red Devils, Brock Wheatley, 35 carries for 323 yards. That's a little over 9 yards a carry, 107 yards a game, 8 touchdowns. Tyler Rock, 51 carries, 326 yards total for the year, a little over 6 yards per carry, 108 total, and he has 5 touchdowns. Quarterback Gibson has ran the ball some. He's got 4 runs for 40 yards. Now for Fairfield, Thunder and Lightning, Matt Brown, 448 yards on the year for 9 touchdowns. He's averaged about 150. And Cameron Williams, 339 yards, averaging 113, 4 touchdowns. So these guys are racking up a lot of yards on the ground. We can have 4,000-yard rushers in this game. I don't know how often you see that in high school. Usually you've got that one guy who's going to get you the well over 100, and the other guys get them here and there. But each team's got 2 or 3 guys they can go to, and I think we'll see a lot of points.
We could see a lot of offense in this one tonight. That's exactly right. Hey, tonight's broadcast on 90.9 The Vine and on AreaSports.net and Charter Communications is also made possible by Sesser Car Care. They are your ASE certified master technicians in Sesser. Keith Wilson and the gang there at Sesser Car Care. They also offer new and used tires as well as mechanical repair on both cars, trucks, and vans. They also have a complete detailing service there at Sesser. You can phone 625-CARE. That's 625-2273. That's 625-2273 for Sesser Car Care, located right on the main drag downtown Sesser, helping to make tonight's action possible here on 90.9 The Vine. Also making tonight's action possible is Dr. Jacques Papazian, M.D. He's an ear, nose, and throat specialist in Mount Vernon, located at 4117 South Water Tower Place. His phone number is 242-0672. That's 242-0672. And again, we appreciate Dr. Papazian making tonight's broadcast possible tonight as well here on 90.9 The Vine. Russ, we have a lot of other great football games around the area tonight, not only in the Black Diamond Conference, but throughout Southern Illinois, as we have one of the familiar trains go by behind us. That's why they call it the train yard here in Fairfield. And if you can hear, and if our fans at home can hear, go ahead and run down some of the other games in the area tonight.
That's the second train in the last 20 minutes, so we'll probably hear a lot of them tonight. In the Black Diamond, Carterville's taking on El Dorado. Christopher Ziegler-Royalton taking on McLeansboro. El Dorado taking on Johnson City, and Carmi versus Vienna. South 7 Conference, and I believe the conference season has started for them finally.
Finally tonight, yes.
Mount Vernon's playing Belleville-Altoff, Marion at Cahokia, and Carbondale at Centralia. River to River, Mississippi, and Jonesboro at Pinckneyville, Chester at Nashville, and Sparta hosts DeCoin. River to River, Ohio, Benton at Murfreesboro, Massac is hosting Harrisburg, and West Frankfort at Heron. Lowell Illini Conference, Red Hills at Flora, Marshall is at Edwards County, Casey Westfield's at Cumberland, and Lawrenceville is at Palestine. Apollo Conference, Mount Zion at Salem, Newton at Effingham, Olney at Robinson, Paris at Charleston, and then Mount Carmel, Illinois, part of the Big 8 Conference. They're playing in an Illinois school this week, though, playing Bloomington Central Catholic. I believe they are the #1 state-ranked team in 4A.
Yeah, that'll be a rough one. Now, I think that's actually a Saturday game tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. That is tomorrow at 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah. I talked to Kyle Peach, who does the play-by-play for Mount Carmel. And by the way, he's going to join us on the Sports Couch Saturday morning to talk about the Aces season so far and give us a little preview of the Bloomington Central Catholic Mount Carmel game tomorrow morning on his way up to Bloomington. So that'll be fun talking to Kyle.
It will be.
It really will be, but that should be quite a battle tomorrow. I know last year Bloomington made the long trip down to the pit at Mount Carmel, and now it's Mount Carmel's turn to go all the way up to Bloomington.
Need that to be a 1-year contract.
Yeah, that's a long, long drive. It sure is. The Sesser-Valier Red Devils have come out on the field. Those of you watching the video version in archive have seen that, and now the Mules are gathering underneath the goalpost, trying to huddle up to get fired up before the game as they get set to take the field for tonight's action. It's a Black Diamond Conference showdown. Both teams 3-0. So glad you're with us here on 90.9 The Vine, WVYN Blueford, Wayne City, a service of Real Life Radio Foundation. And again, we're also archiving it on video on AreaSports.net and Charter Communications Cable Channel 10 as the Fairfield Mules bust through the paper sign down on the field, much to the delight of the Mule fans. And still a lot of people filing in tonight. They've got the Fall Festival going on here in Fairfield this weekend, too, so some people are probably downtown having a a corn dog or something before they come out to the game. I don't know, but should have a good crowd here.
Hope there's a good crowd. Tonight's the Shriner game. And
it is a Shriner game.
They pass the hat later and raise money for the Shriner Hospital. And that's my father-in-law's in the Shrine, and that's definitely something I want to contribute to and help them out.
Absolutely. It's a very worthwhile cause, different things that they support throughout the year. Also, tonight's action is made possible by Wainwright Propane in Fairfield, located on Outer West Main Street. Wainwright Propane not only sells propane for your home or your business, but also to fill up those grills, gas grills. Good grilling season still to come. They also sell propane gas grills at Wainwright Propane. You can find out more information by calling them or go on the website at wainwrightpropane.com. That's wainwrightpropane.com, and we appreciate their underwriting support. Also, Dairy Queen in Fairfield is the home of your favorite DQ Treats and Brazier Foods. Dairy Queen is underwriting tonight's broadcast here on 90.9 The Vine as well. Dairy Queen, located on Main Street in Fairfield. A proud supporter of tonight's broadcast involving the Fairfield Mules and the Sesser-Valier Woodlawn Waltonville Red Devils here on 90.9 The Vine.
Been there many times.
Yeah. You like the blizzards?
I do. Cookie dough blizzard.
Cookie dough, my favorite's the Hawaiian blizzard.
I think my dad likes that one.
Yeah.
Must be an older guy thing.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Also, the broadcast tonight's also made possible by Wainwright Electric Cooperative, where you can find Convectair heaters. You know, the temperature is going to start cooling down, and Convectair heaters are energy-efficient electric heaters that will mount on the wall, or they'll go on a stand along the side of your wall. The Apiro model is the model of Convectair heaters that you'll find at Wainwright Electric Cooperative. You can call them at 842-2196. That's 842-2196, or stop by, located right across from Save-A-Lot, right here in Fairfield. All right, teams are huddling up out there. We're just about ready for some action tonight.
I didn't see the fake coin toss to figure out whose ball it is.
Yeah, they were huddled up over there, and I didn't pick up on it either, but we'll see when they get lined up. The Mules are wearing their home red jerseys tonight with the white numerals and the black pants. The Red Devils of Sesser-Valier Woodlawn Waltonville wearing their white jerseys trimmed in the maroon and also the maroon pants. Again, it's an interesting story about this Sesser-Valier Ball Club, and we've seen them play earlier. We saw them play in Week 2 at McLeansboro, and they really dominated the Foxes that night. But the interesting story is the fact that, again, Coach John Shadowens and his assistants have done such a great job of molding this team together from 3 different high schools.
Yeah, we talked about that 2 weeks ago. I was able to talk to their assistants a little bit, and they were talking about how they are really close. They hang out with each other on the weekends, spend the night at each other's house, and it's always nice when everybody can get along.
Yep. Sesser-Valier will be kicking off to the Fairfield Mules, and one person you do not want to kick the football to if you are Sesser is you want to try to keep it away from Jordan Brown. Jordan Brown is the return kick artist for Fairfield. He wears number 24, and he's back deep. He's a 5'8", 150-pound senior, one of the Browns. And also back there is Cameron Williams. So you got Williams, number 47, deep, along with Jordan Brown, number 24, deep. And ready to kick it off for Sesser-Valier in this Black Diamond Conference showdown is going to be Zach Johnson. He puts the toe to it, and it is fielded by Jordan Brown. Brown tries to get around the end, and Sesser swarms him down. Didn't let him get much of any return. Swarmed down at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Fairfield Mules will put the football into play. Again, they're quarterbacked by Andrew Atterbury, and in the backfield, you will see Cameron Williams, number 47.
Lightning.
Yes, Lightning. As well as Thunder, Matt Brown, number 34. See if they go to that running game right away with that big offensive line that averages about 250 pounds, and one of the bigger offensive lines that you'll see in high school football at any level, really.
And as Coach Townsend said last week, very mobile for big guys. A lot of pulling.
Dylan Sarles lines up wide to the right. They also got the other Brown in the slot on the left, and here's a handoff right away to Matt Brown. Now on his first carry of the game, he gets about a 7-yard pickup across the 30-yard line up to about the 33. Actually give him 8 yards on the carry. Well, they mark it at 7. We'll give him 2nd down and 3, but a good first opening play for Fairfield.
Yeah, just off-tackle power as we were talking earlier. They will try to get outside, pull the guards out on some quick pitches and sweeps, but just ran behind the big boys there.
2nd down and 3. Again, wide right this time is Henry Simmers. Under center is Atterbury, takes a snap, and he's going to hand it off again, and this time a short carry. Close to a first down, but going to be about a yard short. On the carry, I believe, was Brown again.
Yep, got about 2 yards. 3rd and 1.
Big play coming up, both for the Fairfield offense and the Sesser defense. 3rd and short. Just underway here in the first quarter of this Black Diamond Conference showdown tonight between the Mules and the Red Devils. Both teams 3-0 on the season. Boy, Sesser-Valier Woodlawn Waldenville's brought a good crowd here tonight, and they're still coming in.
Yeah, they got
Good
four towns worth.
Yeah, good travel crowd tonight.
Warm-ups, they were running a little quick pitch here to the right side.
Both Browns are in the backfield, and they're going to give it to Cameron Williams this time, and Williams gets the first down across the 40-yard line.
I was wrong on that one.
He was the second man through, and Williams picks up the first down up to about the 42-yard line. They move the chains. It's 1st and 10 for the Fairfield Mules.
I'm sure on the film study they've had, they saw that formation, expected that. Fairfield crossed them up. Good play calling.
So 1st and 10 for Fairfield from their own 42-yard line. Again, they have put more than 40 points on the board in all 3 of their first games. And here's the handoff again to Cameron Williams. Williams is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage and actually might have lost half a yard on the play. Good defensive stop there that time by the Red Devils.
Really flying to the ball, the defense is tonight. They're really getting after it, reading it quick. For the most part, every tackle's had 3 or 4 guys on them.
Again, Andrew Atterbury, the junior quarterback for the Mules. He's 5'10", 155 pounds, and he's going to pitch it out. Quick pitch this time to Cameron Williams. Sweeps to the left, got out there quickly, picks up a first down across the 50 into Sesser territory at the 48-yard line. That was a very quick pitch to the left.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting earlier. They were running that play in warm-ups quite a bit. Anytime you get your speed guys isolated outside one-on-one with the corner, that's to your advantage. Most of the corners aren't the best tacklers.
And again, Williams and Brown have tremendous speed for the Mules. That's one advantage that they certainly bring into this ball game is a lot of speed. And we've seen it demonstrated in each of their first 3 football games this year. Of course, a little bit tougher competition tonight against Sesser-Valier Woodlawn Waldenville. 1st and 10 in Sesser territory at the 48-yard line. Pitch this time, same play to the right. Again with the football. Cameron Williams tries to sweep it to the right, and he's stacked up after a gain of maybe a yard, but we've got a flag on the play, Russ.
From where it was thrown, it's probably going to be holding. No, a chop block.
Chop block against the Fairfield Mules. I'll nullify that run and tack on some yardage against them here tonight. That'll back the football up into Fairfield territory all the way back to the 39.
That's a 15-yarder.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was 15. I just assumed it was 10, like holding.
That was a serious.
Well, what that call is one guy is blocking a guy high and another guy comes in low. It is a very dangerous thing. A lot of kids get their knees hurt on that. And that is a point of emphasis.
All right, so it's 1st and 23 for the Mules. They try to sweep it to the left-hand side. Williams has got it. He's still on his feet, gets across the 50-yard line, breaks a tackle all the way up to about the 42-yard line of Sesser. And, boy, he got back about, 19 or 20 of those yards right there on one carry. First down at 23, gets a 20-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd and about 3.
That's the way you get your stats up, get a couple rushing yards, get a penalty or 2, back you up, and get more running yards.
Boy, he lowered that shoulder and just really ran hard. Cameron Williams carrying the mail so far for the Fairfield Mules.
Not a real big kid, but he wasn't afraid to stick his nose in there and get the extra yards.
Williams is listed at 5'9", 155 pounds for the Mules. Again, Atterbury under center, 2nd down and 3. He fakes the pitch and instead gives it up the middle to Brown. Brown may take it to the house. One man to beat, and he wrestles him down inside the 5-yard line. Brought down at about the 3. A beautiful fake that time by Atterbury as they faked the pitch to Williams, a play that they had already run 3 times, Russ, and then after the fake, gave the ball up the middle to Brown, and he was off to the races.
Yeah, it was a great play. Like you said, they set it up. They ran that quick pitch at least 3, if not 4 times. Had the fake going, little trap action inside. Beautiful play. And
it's 1st and goal for the Mules at the Sesser-Valier 2-yard line. We're in the first quarter, no score with 8:09 to play.
Because of the penalty, they're almost at 100 yards rushing combined already.
How about that?
Doesn't take them long.
Pretty strong drive here by the Mules to start off this football game. 1st and goal from the 2. We've got a whistle before the play. Must be some motion down there.
Offsides or motion.
is against Fairfield.
Offsides on Fairfield. That's irritating when you line up offsides when you're on offense. All the linemen are supposed to be basing their stances on the other guy's stance. That usually doesn't happen.
Yeah, that'll drive a coach nuts, and I'm sure Justin Townsend not real happy about that. You don't like to shoot yourself in the foot when you're down here by the goal line.
No.
Second and goal now from the 7-yard line. And this time it's a pitch out to Williams. Williams tries to find running room, gets it inside the 5, down maybe to about the 4 before he's stacked up.
No, they just keep pounding you at them. Eventually, they're going to have to run a play-action pass or something, but then again, if they can keep getting 5, 6, 8 yards a carry, they don't need to throw it.
Third down and goal. It's like the ball's sitting at about the 2-yard line. Atterbury again under center. Again has Brown and Williams in the backfield. Gives it to Brown. He slices in between the tackles, and I think he's in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Yes. Touchdown Mules. Fairfield on the board at the 6:57 mark on a 2-yard touchdown run by Matt Brown. And very first possession, Fairfield marches all the way down the field. What a drive, and they're on the board at 6-0.
Yeah, following those big linemen. We'll have to make sure we get their names on the radio a little bit later. They kind of went with an unbalanced formation, had a lot of extra people to the left side, ran right behind them. That looks pretty easy.
They made it look easy that time, that's for sure. Ran right behind big Shelby Essman that time. It was between Essman and John Reynolds. The score on that play. Essman's at 265, Reynolds at 215. The kick is up on the extra point, and it is good. Fairfield Mules lead it 7-0 at the 6:57 mark here of the first quarter. The kick extra point was put up by Jeremy Withrow, I believe. Is that right? No, it's number 62.
62, Hunter Bryant.
Hunter Bryant, the kicker there, yeah. Hunter Bryant showing the toe. 7-0 Mules. And I want to remind you that tonight's action is made possible by Mount Vernon Dream Homes. Mount Vernon Dream Homes is the nation's largest dealer. They're located along I-57 and Wells Bypass Road in Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon Dream Homes is your new home super center for Clayton, Fleetwood, Dutch Housing, and Southern Homes, as well as Freedom Homes. Again, located right near the new exit ramp in Mount Vernon off I-57 and Wells Bypass Road. They have 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, and 5-bedroom homes. Phone number at Mount Vernon Dream Homes is 242-9000. That's 242-9000.
Real nice drive by Fairfield there. Took 5 minutes off the clock. They run the ball, could try to control the clock. So far, it's been successful.
And Hunter Bryant will kick it off to Sesser. They'll have their first possession of the game. It's kind of a squib kick. It's picked up at about the 21-yard line. And on the move with it, still on the move, is Gavin Bassett.
Nice return. Get up to about the 40. Nice place to start.
Gavin Bassett with a nice return, and they'll have the football, as you said, looks like I spot it maybe at the 30.
I thought he's at the 40, 35.
35, 36-yard line, somewhere right in there. So trotting out on the field will be Brock and Rock. That's Brock Wheatley and Tyler Rock, along with big quarterback Kendall Gibson and the rest of the offensive unit for Sesser-Valier. Again, they've put up a lot of points on the board this year as well, and we'll see what they can do here on their first possession. They put a man in motion. Gibson's going to throw it on first down. His arm's hit as he releases it. Are they going to call that a fumble? Was his arm going forward?
I guess they are. I thought he was getting ready to throw it. I thought it should have been incomplete, but there is no replay, so we're going fumble.
Yeah, they called that a fumble, but it was recovered by the Red Devils, so they will maintain it, but it'll be second down and 10.
Well, about 14. I think they're a little slow.
Well, that's right, because he was back in pass formation behind the line of scrimmage. So second and 14 as Gibson brings them back to the line, shows a spread formation this time. Dane Eubanks wide to the left. And again, Tyler Rock in the backfield, and Brock Wheatley, and Wheatley gets the call, and he's stacked up by a tough Mules defense, thrown for a loss. Good stand that time by the Mules. As getting back in there was Brown and also Dylan Sarles back in the backfield to make the stop for Fairfield.
Yeah, they just didn't seem real quick off the ball that time. Fairfield's pretty pumped up after the score and being at home. And Sesser just kind of didn't really come out hard on that play.
Third down and long here, 3rd and 17. You figure a passing situation, and Gibson is lined up in the shotgun as they show the spread formation. Gibson takes a snap, has pressure.
Oh, a little screen.
Nice screen pass out to Tyler Rock. Rock breaks a tackle, gets across the 35 up to about the 36. A little bit beyond the original line of scrimmage, but it'll be 4th down in a punting situation for Sesser-Valier. So the Fairfield defense holds.
Yeah, I didn't see who it was, but they missed a couple blocks right here. I think you probably could have had the 1st down if they picked up 1 or 2 more. It's not really a turnover, but turnover on down, so that's the first big play of the night.
So back in punting formation for Sesser is Brock Wheatley. They could do a fake here and do the short snap to Kendall Gibson, but no, they do. Back to Wheatley. He will punt it away, and it's a good punt. It's deep. It's back to Brown. He backs up, catches it at the 26-yard line. He's on his feet, and he's hit hard.
Good run.
Comes across the 40-yard line to about the 43. Fairfield's going to have good field position, 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line, leading it here 7-0 in the first quarter at the Treen Yard in Fairfield, otherwise known as Mac Martin Field. Randy Olson and Russ Gerlach, happy to have you along here on our live broadcast on 90.9 The Vine, as well as WVYN.org. And again, we'll be video archiving this game as well on AreaSports.net and Charter Communications Cable Channel 10. We got a timeout on the field, so we'll have a chance to tell you that tonight's action is made possible by Sesser Auto Body. They are the Collision Pros, located at 602 South Park Street in Sesser. Phone number for Sesser Auto Body is 625-3523. That's 625-3523. Tim Pierce and everyone at Sesser Auto Body, happy to be bringing tonight's broadcast to you as underwriters of 90.9 The Vine, and we certainly appreciate their underwriting support. Also, tonight's football game live from Fairfield is also made possible tonight by Anjo's Pizza. Anjo's Pizza in Sesser is located on the main highway, just on the east edge of Sesser. We will be naming a Anjo's Pizza Player of the Game at the conclusion of this contest, somebody from the Sesser-Valier Ball Club. Anjo's Pizza has not only pizza, but pasta, salads. They have some great sandwiches as well, including Italian beef. Anjo's Pizza. You can call for carry-out or delivery at 625-ANJO. That's 625-2656. That's Anjo's Pizza, located on the main highway, just east edge of Sesser, making tonight's action possible here on 90.9 The Vine. We appreciate their underwriting support. All right, we're back ready for some more live action. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mules after the punt. They'll have it at the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line. 1st and 10, they lead it here 7-0 in the first quarter with 4:40 left to play, and they had an impressive opening drive. Let's see what they do here. Atterbury is under center. Takes a snap. He's going to give it to Brown, and Brown spins ahead for positive yardage of gain of what, about 2 or 3 yards?
Yeah, they went to that unbalanced left formation again. It looks like Sesser-Valier, shifted over to it as opposed to earlier when they scored. I don't think they got shifted over. Still, he got 4 yards. Seems like they stood him up, but he still got 4.
Gets the ball up to the 47-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and 6. Again, Brown and Williams, some really good speed for Fairfield behind that big offensive line. And they're going to pitch it out to Cameron Williams. We've seen this play run several times in the first drive. Nowhere to go this time, though. Good pursuit down the line that time by Sesser. Also a flag thrown at the conclusion of the play. Could have been a hold, could have been a face mask. Let's see. No gain on the play. Ball spotted again at the 47. It is a hold. Illegal use of the hands on Fairfield. So they'll back them up as they talk to the Sesser players. Sesser obviously made an adjustment on that play that time, Russ.
Yeah, they've gotten used to it. I
pursued it really well.
There, the big play on the first drive was the counter off that play, so look for Fairfield to try to go back to that. So far, the penalties haven't hurt Fairfield. They've got 25 yards in them, but every time they've had one, they've made up for it in the next play.
Of course, football is a game of adjustments, and John Shadowens is one of those guys that's really good at making adjustments on the fly. And
well, he's the one that took the timeout, and you saw him out there at the dry erase board, and he was chatting them up and telling them what they need to be doing.
Exactly. It'll be 2nd down and 16 for the Mules. They're going to pitch it to Williams again. He tries to go left this time, and again, good pursuit down the line by Sesser, and again, another flag at the end of the play.
Well, that one looked like he might have had some face mask. I couldn't tell for sure. See what the call is.
Might have picked up a yard on the play, but let's see. The call is going to be a face mask this time on Sesser.
I believe in high school you still have the 5 and 15. And
they do offer both, yeah.
Personal foul is 15, and I think it may be an automatic first down.
And that is going to be the 15-yard variety, and it will be a first down, I believe, for the Fairfield Mules in Sesser territory at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, they're moving the chains.
Move the chains. So
I think it would have been a first down either way.
Sure would have been. Grabbed that face mask when they made the tackle there and had him stacked up at the line of scrimmage. So tough break for the Sesser defense.
Yeah, they made a good stand there.
As they're doing a better job now of collapsing on Williams on that pitch. Let's see what Fairfield does here on 1st and 10 at the Sesser 45-yard line. Atterbury under center. Again, Brown and Williams, and they're going to give it to Brown up the middle. Brown picks up 5 yards, and then he's stacked up. Boy, he hit that hole hard, though.
Yes, he did. That's that counter play. He busted for a long gain last time, 39 yards the first time. Just 6 that time, but I'm sure Fairfield will take it.
Yeah, they mark it at the 41, or at the 39. It is a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Mules. With 2:47 to play here in the opening quarter, Fairfield leads it 7-0 over Sesser-Valier. Sesser had to punt in their first possession of the football game. Fairfield with their second possession right now. As the crowd continues to file in here at the train yard in Fairfield. Atterbury under center, looks over the defense, and he hands it off up the middle and close to first down. I think he got a first down this time. Is going to be Matt Brown.
Thunder got another big one.
He sure did. Again, he's 5'4", but he's 190 pounds, and he is strong.
He fit in with some of those McLeansboro, or not McLeansboro, Mount Vernon running backs.
Yeah, you think about
week.
that. 5'4", that's short. But 5'4", 190 pounds. That's
well, you can
a lot of
see
raw muscle there.
His legs are huge. You know he's got to be strong. He's hard to take down.
So he's strong and he's fast.
He's the Thunder.
Yeah, they call him Thunder and Lightning. Matt Brown and
Cameron Williams.
Right. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. And this time Atterbury on the keeper. He has swarmed under for a loss of 1.
He turned looking for somebody one way, and they weren't there.
Might have been a busted
play. Yeah.
Yep.
Lost a yard on it.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 11 for the Mules.
So far tonight, and I know it's only been 2 drives, but so far every time Fairfield's had a penalty or a miscue, they've had a big play to make up for it.
Ball to 33-yard line. Actually might have got a favorable spot on that. So they spotted that right back to the line of scrimmage.
Lost a yard or 2.
I thought he did too. But it's right back at the line of scrimmage. So it's 2nd down and 10. Clock running with 1:22 to play in the quarter. Atterbury throws a quick pass out to the right, and it's complete. Complete to Dylan Sarles, and Sarles picks up good yardage up to about the 25-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and short coming up for the Mules. Gain of about 7 on that play.
Well, when I was coaching, we called that a bubble screen.
A bubble screen?
Yeah, I don't know where the names come from. I just go with them. But did a good job. He got a block. Another one of those plays where they've had a chance to bust them. They've had a lot of those where, one missed tackle and they're scoring.
Yeah, Sarles was kind of lined up in the slot there, and it was just a quick look to the right, and they threw it right down the line, almost lateral, straight down, and he picked up a good gain. It's 3rd down and 2. Up the middle again, it's Brown, and boy, he is slammed to the turf by Sesser. Big defensive stop that time. As getting in there was a big 71, Chad Wynn. Wynn's 6 foot, 245-pound defensive lineman for the Red Devils.
Looked like they had a little stun or slant on, and they guessed right on that one.
Sure did. This is going to be a big call here for Coach Justin Townsend. 4th down and 3.
Well, I don't think they have somebody that can kick it.
Not quite from this far.
They're not going to punt, so they're going to go for it. Let the quarter run out.
Yeah, going to let
think about it for a while.
Right, going to let the quarter run out as clock winds down to 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2-1, and that is the end of the first quarter play. Our score from the train yard in Fairfield, it's the Fairfield Mules 7, Sesser-Valier, Woodlawn, Waltonville, nothing. Fairfield will have 4th down and 3 when we come back. Tonight's action made possible by Sesser Car Care in Sesser. Sesser Car Care can take care of your car, truck, or van. They have ASC certified master technician Keith Wilson on duty at all times, as well as new and used tires for sale. They also have complete detailing service as well. You can call Sesser Car Care at 625-CARE. At 625-2273. Sesser Car Care and Keith Wilson, happy to be bringing you tonight's action here on 90.9 The Vine. And we appreciate, again, their underwriting support. Again, more games tonight in the Black Diamond Conference. You want to run down those for us again? Who else is playing in the Black Diamond tonight, Russ?
Yeah, I put that paper down. Hang on
I'm
just a
sorry
second.
about that.
That's
okay.
all right.
I know Mount Vernon playing their first South 7 Conference game tonight on the road at Belleville-Altoff. We'll be trying to keep track of that score for you as well, and we'll have a lot of scores for you at halftime as Doc will be joining us for an update. I think Barry might be chiming in with some updated scores for us, too, as he's listening down in Marion tonight. So a lot of you listening online tonight at WVYN.org. We appreciate you being here on board with us. What you got
Real
elsewhere
quick,
tonight in the conference?
Carterville at Alvarado. Christopher Ziegler-Royalton at McLeansboro, El Dorado at Johnson City, and Carmi at Vienna. That Carmi-Vienna game ought to be pretty good.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people watching that one tonight, watching that score. All right, here we go. It's 4th down and 3 for the Fairfield Mules at the Sesser-Valier 26-yard line. 4th down and 3. Mules obviously going for it. Too far out to go for the field goal and too close to punt it. Atterbury talks to one of the guys behind him. Now takes a snap. Quarterback keeper, and I don't think he got it.
That's close.
Picked up a yard, maybe 2, but I think he's a little bit short, but let's see if they bring in the sticks to measure. Atterbury, the quarterback, kept it that time. On the 4th down call.
Didn't get it.
Did not get it. They turned the football over to the co-op of Sesser-Valier Woodlawn Waltonville, and the Red Devils celebrate as the offensive unit trots back out on the field. Again, they were 3 and out first time, and they want to come out and do something, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a tough spot if you don't have a field goal kicker like in college or pros. And 4th and 3, a lot of times hard to get. Everybody expects you to run it.
So Fairfield's defense comes back out on the field to see what they can do to stop Sesser-Valier here. As Kendall Gibson is a quarterback with Brock Wheatley and Tyler Rock in the backfield. And Tyler Rock gets the call on 1st down and picks up a gain of about maybe 3 yards.
I think that was Wheatley.
Oh, was that Wheatley? I'm sorry.
3 yards.
That was Wheatley. I apologize. We got Brock and Rock back there, and Brock picked up 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Ball marked at about the 27-yard line. Again, Sesser-Valier in their own territory. They were 3 and out the first time. Trailing it here 7-0 in the second quarter with 11:27 to play in the first half.
Need to get a couple first downs here, get some momentum, get some confidence, keep them off the field.
Gibson hands it off, this time to Tyler Rock. He tries to sweep it to the right side. A good pursuit that time by Fairfield down the line. Has no gain on the play, stacked up at the line of scrimmage. And Rock just could not find any running room down there. Fairfield pursued it nicely.
No, usually from the game we saw, he didn't run it outside very often. Usually he was between the tackles. I mean, by no means is he a slow boy, but he's probably not quite as quick as Wheatley on the outside.
Fairfield defensive unit digging in here on 3rd down and 7. From the shotgun this time, Kendall Gibson looking to pass. There's a snap. He rolls out to his left. He's going to hurl it, and he's got a pass complete up to about the 40-yard line and across the 40 with it is Dane Eubanks. Pass complete. It's a 1st down for Sesser-Valier. And again, that shows you another dimension of this Red Devils ball club. They've got the run, but they've also got the pass.
Yeah, it was a perfect strike right to Eubanks across the middle. Was able to pick up a few extra yards, but big thing is they converted the 1st down. They got a little more breathing room, a little more confidence.
And that's the first down of the football game for Sesser-Valier, and it comes here at the 10:21 mark of the second quarter, and they're 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Gibson again under center. High formation. This time he's going to give it to Brock Wheatley. Wheatley tries to get around to the right side, and he's pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 5 yards. Got the ball up close to midfield. It's going to be marked at about the 47, 48-yard line.
Not getting much inside there. Had to bust out pretty much every one of their running plays.
It's going to bring up 2nd down at about 5 for the Red Devils. Ball marked at the 48-yard line.
They've got 6 yards rushing. Fairfield has well over 100 already.
Let's see what they do on 2nd down. They try to go to Tyler Rock.
On a little counter play. Lost a yard.
Did lose a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd down. Ball from the 47-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and 5. Again, good defensive line play there by the Mules.
Their big play so far has come out of the spread formation, passing it. I wouldn't be surprised quickly to see them switch to that pretty much the rest of the game.
Clock running with 9:05 left here in the half. 3rd down and 5 coming up here from the 47-yard line for Sesser. Back to pass is Gibson. He's going to air it out down the right sideline. Contact down there, and nothing called as the pass was intended down there for Dawson Verhines. A little bumping going on down there between Verhines and Cameron Williams. No flag on the play. Goes down as an incomplete pass, and likely will bring up a punting situation here for Sesser.
Hard to see where I'm at right there, but looks like if he would have thrown that just a little bit harder, I think he would have ran under it. He had a step on him.
Yeah, he did. He actually had to come back for the football, and when he did, that's when Williams was up his back and made contact and forced the incomplete pass. Sesser's going to go for it or not?
No, they're
back to punt is going to be Brock Wheatley, you would think. They're right at midfield, though, so you could see a fake, and he is going to punt it. He does punt it away. It's a line drive, squib kick, going to take a Sesser bounce all the way down inside the 20-yard line, where they'll down it at about the 17, and that's where Fairfield will have it.
That was a good punt, keeping it away from Brown.
Yeah.
They say he's a really, really dynamic return man. They kind of call him their Devin Hester.
Yeah, they didn't want to kick it into his hands, that's for sure. So Fairfield will get the football back, leading at 7-0 here with 8:41 to go in the first half from Mac Martin Field in Fairfield. Tonight's action again is also made possible by Wayne White Propane, located in Fairfield. Wayne White Propane provides propane for your home, your business, or your gas grill. They also sell gas propane grills at Wayne White Propane, located on Outer West Main Street in Fairfield. You can check their website at waynewhitepropane.com. That's waynewhitepropane.com. And we appreciate the underwriting support tonight of Wayne White Propane of Fairfield. On 1st and 10, the Mules hand it off. Short gain up the middle, as that was Matt Brown on the carry, I believe.
He's definitely the workhorse of the two. A lot of tough yards inside. Once again, only 3 yards compared to some of those ones earlier. May not be as flashy, but they're still getting the job done.
They give him 3. They mark it just shy of the 20-yard line. We'll call it 2nd down and 7. Again, this first half moving along rather briskly. Yeah. We'll have halftime scores coming up as our engineer Doc will, back at the station, will touch upon some other scores throughout the area for us. 8:03 to play here in the first half. Here's a pass over the middle. It's incomplete, as it was intended there for Dylan Sarles off his fingertips. Sarles is a pretty big target. He's 6'2", 170 pounds, but couldn't quite haul that one in.
Oh, he was wide open, just let him a little bit too much. Another play-action pass. They had a good fake. Everybody bit up, and he was open in the seam.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Mules.
They might bring that play back out later.
Yeah, you could see that again, because you're right, he was open. Fans getting revved up here for this 3rd down play. 3rd down and 7 for the Mules. Atterbury brings them up to the line. And here's a sweep to the left-hand side by Dylan Sarles. He's got running room, 1st down and then some. He's out of bounds close to midfield at the 45-yard line. And that faked out the Red Devils defense.
Block in the back, though. Got a flag down there, line of scrimmage.
Okay.
I saw it. I don't even think they had to hit that guy. He was toast.
Mm-hmm. That was a sweep to the left to the receiver, Sarles, but it's going to be brought back. Flag way back at the line of scrimmage. That was a big play, too. Would have been a gain of, almost 30 yards. All for naught.
Well, they've been setting him up with those runs, and then hit him with the counter. They hadn't used that one yet. Looked like Sarles was kind of lined up a little bit farther off the line than normal. I don't know if that was an intentional giveaway or not, but it definitely not what they have been doing.
Well, that's going to push the Mules all the way back to the 8-yard line. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 19. Clock running with 7:39 to go here in the first half. Fairfield leads Sesser-Valier, Woodlawn, Waltonville, 7-0.
Talk about halftime scores. We're going to be halftime so early that everybody else probably still be in the first quarter.
Yeah, we're going to be the only halftime score in the area. On 3rd and long, he wants to pass it. Atterbury airs it out down the sideline, and it's incomplete as he was looking down there for Tim Moore. Moore is a 6'3", 180-pound
Yeah.
tight end, but good defensive coverage that time. He was double teamed by the Red Devils.
Yeah, they didn't bite for that one. It was 3rd and long. You got to expect some kind of pass with his play action and just drop back, and they were playing pretty far off the line, ready for that one.
So it'll be a 4th down and long, and certainly a punting situation for the Mules, and they'll have to back up and punt from their end zone here. And
I expect Sesser to try to block this one.
backing up to do the punting will be Tim Moore.
Is he in the end zone? I believe he is.
He is in the end zone.
That's not a good feeling.
No. Sesser is going to bring it. He dropped the football, but does get away with it. Gets the kickoff, but it's a short one. Picked up at the 45-yard line by Sesser. They bring it around the left side, still on their feet and out of bounds. A late hit. Let's see if they throw the flag on the late hit as he's driven out of bounds inside the 30. I don't see a flag on the late hit.
There was a late flag up here near a block. I thought it looked like it might have been a block in the back, and then there was no flag. Turned back around, and there it was.
Well, on the return, it was Brock Wheatley.
And we've got a clip.
On the punt return. So the clip goes against Sesser.
I'm sure they'll take it.
Yep. I thought there was also a late hit out of bounds, but no flag was thrown on that play. Just the clip against Sesser.
It looked like on the late hit that a Fairfield kid fell into his own player, which knocked into the Sesser player.
All right.
I don't believe there's anything intentional on that
incidental
one.
contact then, okay. Well, they'll mark it off here against the Red Devils. Sesser will maintain possession of the football, however, from the punt, but it's going to back them up. And they step it off right now, and let's see where they're going to mark it at. It's going to be marked back just inside the 50-yard line at their own 48. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. Still a good field position from their own 48-yard line, trailing it here 7-0.
Yeah, it feels like, Fairfield completely has dominated this game so far, but they're only up 7-0.
Right.
Sesser's got to be happy still this close.
Fairfield's dominated the time of possession as well as the yardage. I believe Sesser has just 1 first down so far.
Yeah,
right?
on the pass play.
Okay. 1st and 10 right now from their own 48. Let's see what they do. Kendall Gibson's going to hand it off. And they go up the middle. Big gain. Tyler Rock. He's got 1st down yardage on play from scrimmage. Give him 11 yards on the play as he gets it up to about the Fairfield 41-yard line. They'll move the chains. 1st and 10, Sesser. And that's the Tyler Rock we've seen earlier this season.
Yeah, right inside, knocking people over. Like we said 2 weeks ago, perfect name for the fullback, Tyler Rock.
He is 5'9", ladies and gentlemen, but weighs 215. 5'9", 215.
You got to hit him at the ankles.
Yeah.
And pray.
You can't arm tackle him. He'll run right over you. 1st and 10 again. This time they try to go to Brock Wheatley. He goes wide right, spins, gets around his man, gets inside the 40 and inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line. And that's a gain of about 7 on the play.
Fairfield's defensive line is doing a good job getting penetration. They should have had him tackled for a loss, but he's awful quick. He got around the outside. The secondary's got to step up and make a tackle there.
Ball is marked at the 34-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for Sesser-Valier. They come out in the I formation again as Gibson is under center with Rock and Brock in the background behind him. And going to give it to the second man through, and that's Brock Wheatley. And Wheatley picks up what looks to be a first down. Red Devil 1st down inside the 30-yard line. They'll move the chains again, and Sesser is on the move at the Fairfield 29-yard line. 1st and 10 with 5:49 to play here in the first half. Fairfield leads it 7-0.
Not trying to be fancy, just sticking with the basics right now. Still surprised they haven't thrown it much more than they have.
But that run always sets up that pass, and he's got Dane Eubanks out there that he can always throw it to, and he's wide left this time. And he's going to roll out. Will he look for Eubanks? Instead, no, he's going to pass it out to Wheatley, and Wheatley is thrown for a loss. Big defensive play there by Fairfield. Coming up and making the stop is Mike Merkel. Merkel, 5'8", 170-pound senior, comes up. And on the screen pass, he just lowers the hammer down. A big loss on the play.
That was a nice idea right there, but they had him covered. I can't believe he didn't see the defender there. Should have just tucked that and run or thrown it away.
That brings up 2nd down and 20 for Sesser-Valier after a big defensive play by Fairfield with 4:56 to go here in the first half. Ball resting at the Fairfield 39-yard line. 2nd down and 20 for Sesser-Valier. This time from the shotgun. It's Gibson. Takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off. Hands it off to Tyler Rock. Rock breaks tackles and gets the ball all the way up to the 25-yard line.
Made up 15 of it there.
He sure did. Still going to be close or short of a first down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 5, but boy, he sure got a lot of it back.
3rd and 5 is a lot better than 3rd and 20 from where they were.
That's sure right.
So we got an official's timeout, if we got an injury or equipment problem.
Yeah, looks like they're checking some equipment there in the Sesser huddle.
Never found out what was wrong with the official 2 weeks ago, did we?
No, we didn't.
Other than just looked like his shoe was untied.
Yeah, it's just weird that he came off the field to do it.
Long time for a shoe.
Yeah, it was a long time for a shoe. All right, ball at the Fairfield 25-yard line. Sesser-Valier on the move here. 3rd down and 5. Big play coming up. You figure they're in 4-down territory here. Especially trailing at 7-0. Under center, Kendall Gibson at quarterback. High formation is going to hand it off to the first man through, Tyler Rock. Stacked up the line of scrimmage, no gain. Fairfield defense come up big that time, no gain.
Fairfield's lined up with a big hole in the middle. Looked like they ran that trap play again. I don't know if they would have ran something a little quicker hit and they would have had a little more success. Or looked like they could have ran the old goose sneak. The quarterback just gooses the center and takes off with it.
Yeah. Should mention that these two teams played to an incredible game last year. 21-20 it was won by Fairfield as Sesser was stopped on a 2-point conversion late. And Fairfield won at 21-20, so not surprised that we're playing a tight game here tonight. 4th down and 5, ball from the 25. Gibson rolling out, wants to pass, throws it. It's incomplete.
Dropped.
Had the man there inside the 20. Would have been a first down, but goes through his fingertips, incomplete. As a pass intended down there for number 31. That's Casey Hammond. He's a Woodlawn product. A lot of people know him from the basketball team.
Part of that second place state team.
Just could not haul that one in. Had it come off his fingertips, and boy, he's beating himself up over that. He knows he had a first down grab and gave the opportunity away and turns the football over now to the Fairfield Mules on downs. 3:26 to go. Fairfield takes over from their own 25-yard line. And I'm sure that Justin Townsend would like to tack on another score here before going into the locker room at half. Got plenty of time to do it.
Big hole.
Handoff to the right side on the sweep. Cameron Williams.
There's a big hole there, but Sesser-Valier defense was able to shut it pretty quick. Held him to 2 yards.
Brings up 2nd down and 8. Clock continues to run, approaching 3 minutes to go in the half. Again, we'll check some halftime scores with Doc back at the station at halftime. So hope you're ready, Doc. We may be the first halftime score there is. I don't know. It's been a pretty fast first half.
Well, so far I'm wrong. I thought there was going to be a lot of scoring.
Here is a pitch to the left side to Cameron Williams. And again, good pursuit by Sesser down the line and no gain. They stack him up again. Be 3rd down and 8.
They've ran that play a lot. That's one that set up the seam play a little bit ago at the tight end drop. So they're going to keep running that. They're going to start running the counters and the play action off of it.
Clock running with 2:21 to play in the first half. Fairfield facing a 3rd down and 8 here from their own 27-yard line, leading at 7-0.
Big play on this one.
Atterbury is under center. He's got a couple wide outs to the right. Let's see if he's going to pass it. He's going to do a quick pass. He does. It's to Sarles, and Sarles
double
is going
pass.
A double pass, and it's dropped.
Oh,
Wide open was Matt Brown down the sideline, wide open.
Oh, that was beautiful.
And it just was dropped by Matt Brown at about midfield, and that would have been a touchdown.
If he would have caught that, he could have started walking at about the 20, and I don't think anybody would have caught him.
A double pass that time. They passed it down the line to Dylan Sarles, a tight end. He heaved it down the sideline to a wide open Matt Brown, and he just dropped it. Wow. A little razzle-dazzle there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. That caught me off guard.
Punting situation, minute 59 to play, 4th down and 8. Fairfield going to punt it. Back in punt formation is Tim Moore. Puts the toe to it. It's going to be a short punt, but it's going to take a Fairfield bounce, and it's going to be picked up at the 35-yard line by Sesser. On the return is Wheatley.
Brock Wheatley.
Yeah, Wheatley is tackled at about the 46-yard line. So again, pretty good field position for Sesser, and still time on the clock, 1:49 to play, and I'm sure they've got at least a timeout left here too.
I think they should have 2.
Yeah, so
I saw Sarles take his glove off and hand it to the official. I thought maybe it was broke or ripped or something, but he had to get a better grip on the ball.
Yeah. Okay, quarterback Kendall Gibson brings him to the line. It's 1st and 10 for Sesser from their own 46-yard line. Shut out so far here, trailing 7-0. Gibson going to hand it off to Tyler Rock. Rock has first down yardage. He picks up 15 yards. He takes it into Fairfield territory at the 40-yard line. Tyler Rock, the strong fullback, just busts through the secondary that time of Fairfield, and he takes it down to the Fairfield 40-yard line. They're running without a huddle here, Russ.
Yeah, they're going no huddle, trying to speed things up, get in there and score before the half.
This time they go to Wheatley. Wheatley tries to sweep it around the right side, spins, gets ahead to about the 35-yard line.
Like he picked up 5 on that one.
It'll be 2nd down and 5. Clock running with 1:25 left in the half. Still plenty of time. And ball at the 35-yard line.
They still got 2 timeouts. They don't have to get too worked up yet on rushing the line.
Gibson under center. Going to give it to Rock. Rock tries to bounce to the outside. Picks up maybe a yard, but Fairfield did a good job of closing the gap that time. Gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 4. And Sesser takes timeout with 1:02 left in the first half. 62 seconds left in the first half. Our score, Fairfield 7. Sesser-Valier, Woodlawn, Waltonville, nothing. It'll be a big 3rd down and 4 coming up after the timeout. We want to let you know that tonight's action is made possible by the Dairy Queen of Fairfield. Dairy Queen Brazier and Grill and Chill is your home for your favorite DQ treats and Brazier foods. Of course, you can choose from milkshakes, sundaes, ice cream cones, blizzards, and of course a lot of Brazier foods such as hamburgers and a variety of chicken and shrimp, you name it. It's there at Dairy Queen in Fairfield, located right on Outer Main Street. Dairy Queen, happy to be making tonight's action possible tonight, underwriting our broadcast on 90.9 The Vine. Also tonight's action brought to you by Wainwright Electric Cooperative in Fairfield. Their phone number is 842-2196. Wainwright Electric Cooperative is your area dealer for Convectair electric wall heaters. They will mount on the wall or on a stand up near your wall. They are energy efficient electric heaters, and that cool weather will be coming, so Convectair heaters are something that will be very popular. Wainwright Electric Cooperative on Outer West Main Street in Fairfield, number 842-2196, making tonight's action possible here on 90.9 The Vine. We appreciate their underwriting support. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 4 with 62 seconds to play. Sesser in Fairfield territory.
5 wide.
5 receivers out there as Gibson rolls out to the left, wants to throw it, and he's got a receiver open, but he throws it too high. Incomplete pass intended for Dane Eubanks, and he just threw it way over his head.
That's the same play they ran a little while ago on this sideline that had the one dropped. And like you said, that was over his head. That was a tough catch, but that play's been open.
Eubanks is 6 foot, 165 pounds, and he was open there, Russ. He just,
they just got to get that complete. I
could not connect.
Under a minute, and where they're out in the field, I think they're probably going to go. Looks like they are going to go for it.
Yeah, it's 4 down territory here.
I'd say run that same play, just this time complete it.
Yeah, you figure it's got to be 4 down territory here, and they will go for it. 4th down and 4. Sesser wanting to get on the board here before halftime, trailing it 7-0. From the shotgun, Gibson looking to air it out. He does, down the sideline, got a man open, and he overthrows the receiver. Running a post pattern was Dawson Verhines, and he was open, but he was overthrown. Incomplete. Fairfield will take over the football on down.
Yeah, Verhines was wide open earlier. He needed to put a little more steam on it. That time, he need to take a little off.
Well, I wouldn't count Fairfield out here with 53 seconds to go in the half. They've got those speedsters in the backfield. They could make something happen before the half here.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just going to keep it on the ground and be happy to go in halftime 7-0.
They take over the football at their own 34-yard line.
I doubt we'll see another trick play.
You don't think we'll see another double pass here?
I think they'll keep her on the ground, and if they score, great. If they don't, be happy with the 7-0 lead.
A little mix-up in the backfield there on the formation for Fairfield. Now they snap it in time. Back to pass. Over the middle. Incomplete, and it's complete to Sarles. Sarles has one man to beat, but he's tackled down at about the 25-yard line. Big play as a pass over the middle from Atterbury to Sarles, and it goes way down into Sesser territory at the 25-yard line. Wow.
That was a great play. He was open right down the middle. Great catch. Made a couple people miss. Got a block.
Fairfield goes for the jugular, and they complete it. And it's timeout on the field with 42 seconds to play. And Fairfield knocking on the door at the Sesser 24-yard line. Well, that gives us time to let you know that tonight's action is also underwritten by Mount Vernon Dream Homes. They are Illinois' largest dealer. Mount Vernon Dream Homes, located along I-57 and Wells Bypass Road in Mount Vernon, near where the new exit is off of I-57. They're located right there. You see them along the highway. And they are your new home super center, and they're a dealer for Freedom Homes, Fleetwood Homes, Clayton, Dutch Housing, and Southern Homes. You can call Mount Vernon Dream Homes at 242-9000. That's 242-9000. They have 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, and 5-bedroom homes at Mount Vernon Dream Homes. Again, located along I-57 and Wells Bypass Road in Mount Vernon, and we appreciate their underwriting support tonight of this high school football game of the week on 90.9 The Vine.
Every time I've tried to guess what Coach Townsend's going to do, I've been wrong. I'm going to stop guessing.
Well, that kind of caught me by surprise, and it certainly caught Sesser by surprise. You figure they were going to keep it on the ground there, but no, he goes for the jugular, throws the big pass, and a gutsy call by Coach Townsend.
Well, with the timeout situation, you can take that one shot. If you don't get it, you can still run the clock out and not have to worry about Sesser-Valier calling timeouts and forcing a punt. It was worth it.
Sure.
Especially when it worked.
And it worked there, and he almost scored. Ball on the 24-yard line, 1st and 10 for Fairfield with 42 seconds left on the clock, and we have an injury, an official looking at equipment situation there on a Sesser player. I think they're going to try to deal with that.
Didn't see what was wrong. Just got a report his chin strap broke.
Chin strap, all right.
Sweep out to the left.
Matt Brown is stacked up at about the 30-yard line for a loss. Big loss on the play of about 6 yards, as it was pursued very nicely by Sesser that time. And Fairfield has to call another timeout with 35 seconds to go here in the first half. That'll give us an opportunity to let you know that tonight's action is also made possible by Dr. Jacques Papazian, MD. Dr. Papazian is an ear, nose, and throat specialist in Mount Vernon. His office is located 4117 South Water Tower Place in Mount Vernon. Phone number for Dr. Papazian is 242-0672. That's 242-0672. We appreciate the underwriting support of Dr. Jacques Papazian, MD, ear, nose, and throat specialist in Mount Vernon. Again, good defense that time, Russ, by Sesser, as they throw him for the big loss. It'll be 2nd down and 17 from the 30-yard line now after the timeout.
That quick pitch, Sesser's done a real good job after the first possession, stretching that thing out, making it hard to cut back, using the sideline as a 12th defender, and so far it's worked well. Wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of counter, but like I said earlier, anytime I try to guess what Coach Townsend's going to do, I've been wrong, so he might come out in a completely different formation and
you never know.
Do something we haven't seen so far.
You never know. All right, here we go. They're back on the field. 2nd down and 17 from the 35-yard line. Fairfield again trying to make something happen before the end of the half. Tight formation. And rolling out is Atterbury. Wants to throw the football. Still rolling out. Now he's going to keep it. He keeps it. Does he get out of bounds, though, to stop the clock? I'm not sure. I'm looking for the signal. I think the clock is, well, they do stop the clock with 27.5 seconds left. He picked up a short gain. Got the ball up to, what, about the 20-yard line. So actually it was a gain of about 10.
Yeah,
he got 10 yards, more than what you think. So it'll be 3rd down and 7.
No, I didn't see anybody. I didn't see the official over by the play wave his arms like he's out of bounds, so I'm not sure if they called timeout or if he did get out of bounds.
Well, he must have called timeout because the clock,
I'd be guessing.
It was at 27-2, and they had stopped the clock. Now they've run it down to 24-6. A little hometown cooking there on the clock because there was no signal there, and the clock did stop even though there was no waving of the clock.
Well, there may have been another official who was waving his hands for the timeout.
But it is a timeout right now, and Coach Shadowens out there questioning that with the official. I'm sure that's what he's asking about is time.
Well, that was Fairfield's last time out, so unless they throw the ball here incomplete, this is probably going to be the last play. I guess they can still get out of bounds.
It'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Mules on the Sesser 19-yard line with 24.6 seconds showing on the clock. Tonight's action made possible by Newell Funeral Home with locations in Waltonville and Mount Vernon. Newell Funeral Home has the largest funeral chapel in Mount Vernon, seating 150 people. For more information, you can visit Newell Funeral Home on the web at newellfuneralhome.com. That's newellfuneralhome.com. We appreciate Jason Newell and his underwriting support of tonight's action. Newell Funeral Home with locations in both Waltonville and in Mount Vernon. Here we go. Fairfield tries to throw it out to Sarles. It's complete, but he's going to be stacked up inside the 20 at about the 17-yard line. And I believe the clock is probably going to run out here as we're down to 12 seconds left. 4th down. They're going to try to get another play off. 4th down and 6.
Probably already had it called in the huddle.
5 seconds left. Atterbury rolls out to the right. Flag on the play. Probably motion. Throws it in the end zone. It's knocked away. Incomplete. And let's see what the call is.
Well, he was in motion. I just couldn't tell if someone else was moving as well.
Illegal motion against Fairfield, and so I believe that will probably be the end of the half or not. Let's see.
Yeah, it's in the half. They'll decline that.
They'll decline that, and that's it. It's halftime. Our score is Fairfield Mules 7 and Sesser-Valier Woodlawn Waltonville Red Devils nothing. A good first half of football here from Mac Martin Field, otherwise known as the Tring Yard in Fairfield. Glad you're with us for the broadcast here on 90.9 The Vine. And we'll come back and give you some halftime stats in just a moment, let you meet some more of our underwriting sponsors of this broadcast as well. But right now, Doc, if you're standing by, we'll send it back to the station. You can give us some halftime scores of other games if you've got them, and also play some more of our sponsors there if you would. Go ahead.
Okay, we are just getting a few scores in now. As you mentioned, your game ran quite fast. Let's start off with the Southern Illinois River-to-River Mississippi Conference. Anna Jonesboro at Pinckneyville. Second quarter action. Anna Jonesboro is leading 28-0. Chester at Nashville. Second quarter action. Nashville 3-0. DuQuoin at Sparta. Second quarter action as well. 35-0 DuQuoin over Sparta. Move down to the River-to-River Ohio Conference. Benton traveled to Murfreesboro. In the second quarter, they are down. Murfreesboro leads that game 28-14. No reports yet from Harrisburg at Massac County and West Frankfort at Heron. In the Black Diamond Conference, only the game that you're listening to here has an update. Moving over to the South 7, first quarter score from Mount Vernon and Belleville Althoff. Mount Vernon traveled over to Belleville for Althoff, and they are losing. Althoff leads that game 2-0. That is a first quarter score.
2-0. That's a baseball score.
Carbondale taking it to Centralia in Centralia's homecoming game. The Orphans are losing 19-6. That also a second quarter, probably halftime score. Independent schools, the game Mount Carmel and Central Catholic is set for 4 o'clock on Saturday. Breeze Mater Dei taking it to Freeburg tonight, 21-7. That game also in the second quarter. Apollo Conference. Not much action being reported yet, just 2 out of the 4 games. Well, one is only at Robinson, that is tomorrow at 1. Mount Zion at Salem. Mount Zion leading the Wildcats 21-7 in the second quarter. Newton traveled to Effingham to have the Hearts beat up at 35-0 at the halftime. So we're going to check and update, and we will be back with any changes in the scores in just a moment. This is 90.9 The Vine, WVYN, Bluford, Wayne City, Fairfield, and more.
90.9 The Vine would like to thank Peacock Printing of Mount Vernon for their support of Christian music here on Real Life Radio.
Peacock Printing offers everything from business cards, envelopes, and letterheads to full-color newsletters and brochures. They also...
You there, Randy?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, not a whole bunch happening other than my Orphans getting beat at homecoming.
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
The Marshall at Edwards County and the Louisville Illini, I think I missed. Red Hill at Flora.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Lawrenceville and Palestine.
Hey.
How much longer you want before you want it back?
Can you play a couple more spots in a promo or something maybe if you can pull them up there?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I got 2 more spots
Okay.
and then a jingle, and I'll come on. You want me to just real quick run through what I've got and then lead back to you?
Yeah, that'll be fine. Hey, is that RSS feed working? Is that working all right?
I'll tell you, I just went to the one web page that has all of them on it.
Okay, that's fine.
That's just easier for me to read.
That's fine. No problem. No problem.
Okay, so be listening, and we will be back to you in just a moment.
We'll wait for your cue. Thanks.
Has offered quality flooring installation since 1978. And Hamilton County Flooring's motto is this small-town shop can save you a lot. We appreciate their generosity, helping make 90.9 The Vine a reality.
90.9 The Vine appreciates the support of Ellis Mound Missionary Baptist Church, pastored by Steve Griswold, located southeast of Wayne City. The Ellis Mound Missionary Baptist Church meets for Sunday school at 9:30 a.m. and worship each Sunday morning at 10:30. They also offer youth group and adult Bible study Wednesdays at 7 p.m. We also appreciate the support of the First Baptist Church of Woodlawn, pastored by Derek Down, located across from the high school in Woodlawn. The telephone number at the First Baptist Church of Woodlawn is 735-2191. Thanks again to these two churches and many others who are sharing the vision of local Christian radio with us on 90.9 The Vine. Real Life Radio appreciates the support of Barbary Woodworks in Fairfield. Barbary Woodworks specializes in custom-made kitchen cabinets, hardwood floors, hardwood trim, and custom molding for homeowners. They are a certified fabricator for Corian countertops.
Barbary Woodworks has been in business for 27 years, and they also manufacture interior wood doors and replacement windows in wood or vinyl. Barbary Woodworks is located at 307 Highland Avenue in Fairfield. Their phone number is 842-4014.
We appreciate the support of Barbary Woodworks in Fairfield, another local partner of Christian Radio on 90.9 The Vine.
90.9 The Vine.
WVYN Bluford. Once again, let's take a quick run through of the scores, starting with the River to River Mississippi Conference. 28-0 the score. Anna Jonesboro at Pinckneyville. 3-0 is the score. Nashville leading Chester at home. DuQuoin traveled to Sparta, and they are leading 35-0. All of those are second quarter scores. In the River to River Ohio Conference, only one score at the moment. Murfreesboro 28-14 over Benton. Little Illini 35-6. Marshall leads Edwards County. 6-0. Flora leads Red Hill. Lawrenceville at Palestine 6-8. Palestine leading that 8-6, I guess I should say. Black Diamond Conference, no further scores. No update from Mount Vernon at Belleville-Altoff. Still a first quarter score of Altoff 1-0 over Mount Vernon.
2-0.
Carbondale leading
2-0.
19-6. And Effingham 35-0 over Newton at home in Effingham. And the only independent score we have so far is Breeze Mater Dei 21-7 over Freeburg.
All right.
Let's get back to Fairfield for more high school football action on 90.9 The Vine, WVYN FM, Bluford. Here's Randy and Russ.
All right. Thank you so much, Doc. I guess a two-run triple by Belleville-Altoff in the first half. They lead Mount Vernon 2-0 at Belleville. That's an interesting score, 2-0.
Yeah, I believe last week Fairfield had 2 safeties in their game here.
All right, wow.
Yeah.
How about that? What a first half of football we have here. A lot of people anticipating a high score, but instead it's a low score here as Fairfield leads Sesser-Valier, Woodlawn, Waltonville 7-0 at halftime. We've had plenty of offense, though, but not too much scoring on the scoreboard. It's just that early opening drive by the Mules put them on the board 7-0, and since then both teams have been held scoreless. But we've seen a lot of action here, Russ, and you got some stats and some things there for us.
Yeah, first of all, for the Red Devils, they have 63 yards rushing. Tyler Rock leading the way with 41 of those. They've only got 13 yards passing. I think that's the big shock to me. Kendall Gibson's only 1 for 4. He did have a couple that were dropped on him, probably should have been caught. They only have 76 total yards.
Wow.
I didn't anticipate that, but Fairfield's defense has been playing excellent. Even those pass plays, they play a little bit of a cushion, but they just haven't been able to take advantage of it yet. For Fairfield, they had 119 yards rushing, no doubt with that. Thunder, Matt Brown has 63 of them, and Lightning, Cameron Williams has 44. The first that first drive, they had that big counter play to Matt Brown for 39 yards, and from there they were able to punch it in. Since then, Sesser's made some good adjustments. playing a little more bend, don't break, kind of kept the big plays from happening, and have shut them down since. To me, like I said, the surprise, though, is Andrew Atterbury for Fairfield, 57 yards passing.
Yeah.
All right, he's 3 for 5 for 176 total yards for Fairfield. Like you're saying, the ball's been moving up and down the field. It's just nobody's been able to punch it in the end zone.
Well, we've seen some pretty good defensive adjustments
Yes.
by both teams, I think. After both teams made a couple of big plays, it seems like there was defensive adjustments made, and what were big plays before were suddenly being shut down.
Yes, like we were saying, Sesser-Valier has done a good job of stopping that quick pitch sweep. Fairfield's done a good job of their defensive line, getting through the offensive line, getting penetration, forcing them to change where they want to run. And, even though Sesser-Valier's had a couple times where they've been all busted around the corner, not a lot of success, not like when we saw them play at Hamilton County. A lot of those times they were able to take a step outside and turn the corner and get 10 to 15 yards. And Fairfield's doing an excellent job of shutting them down.
Yeah, they sure have. Anything else, your impressions of the first half here? If you're Fairfield coaching staff, what are you saying? If you're the Sesser coaching staff, what do you think you're saying at halftime?
Well, Fairfield's just got to keep doing what they're doing. They can't give up on the run. That's what that's what they're known for. It's what they're doing great. They've got to keep pounding. Like I said earlier, every time I try to guess what he's going to do, I've been surprised. It seems like they're really flying to the ball, Sesser is. I wouldn't be surprised to see him mix in a few more counters, and maybe in that reverse. We saw that reverse go for probably 30-some yards if there wasn't an illegal block on that one. That would have been a huge gain.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw the double pass. I'm not sure if he's going to pull out a bunch of trick plays, but may see some misdirection out of Fairfield. Sesser, they just got to, they got to complete some of the passes. If they complete 2 of those on those last 2 drives, that keeps the drive going.
That's
that
wide open guys.
Yeah. They were, one was inside the 20, one was right around the 25. You start getting the ball. They haven't had the ball in the red zone all night.
Yeah.
They make it. They complete a couple plays, make a couple plays, and they're right in there.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
for not to say they've necessarily played poorly, but you as watching it, you not look at the scoreboard, you feel like Fairfield's just dominated the game, but they're only down 7-0. They're still right in this.
Yeah, this game could change in a hurry.
And I believe they should get the ball coming out.
Yeah, they will. They will get the ball coming out. Again, our halftime score, it's Fairfield 7, Sesser-Valier nothing. This is a battle for first place in the Black Diamond Conference as both teams are 3-0. And Sesser-Valier already has a victory this year against Carterville, which is kind of interesting. You got an update on a couple scores there?
Well, I'm not sure if he mentioned this. We've got Carterville over Alvarado 35-0, and Johnson City beating El Dorado 21-0. I'm believing that HHS would be Heron, or as Harrisburg, I'm not sure. Over MCHS, I wasn't sure if that was Marion Community High School.
Massac County.
Massac County, okay. Heron over Massac 14-7. Columbia beating Westland 35-0. That's not really in our listing area, but Murfreesboro over Benton 28-14.
All right. Hey, tonight's action is made possible in part by Sesser Auto Body. Sesser Auto Body in Sesser is known as the Collision Pros, and at Sesser Auto Body they can take care of your car, truck, or van. If you are unfortunate enough to hit a vehicle or hit a deer or put in the ditch, Sesser Auto Body is there at 602 South Park Street in Sesser. Again, they are the Collision Pros. Tim Pierce and the gang located at 602 South Park Street in Sesser. Again, that's Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park Street in Sesser. 625-3523 is their number. Also, tonight's action is made possible by Anjo's Pizza. Anjo's Pizza has dine-in or carry-out or delivery at 625-ANJO. That's 625-2656. That's Anjo's Pizza in Sesser. Delicious pizza, pasta, as well as sandwiches, including their famous Italian beef. It's Anjo's Pizza in Sesser. Happy to be bringing you tonight's action here on 90.9 The Vine. We are also archiving tonight's action as well on AreaSports.net, as well as Charter Communications Cable Channel 10. And our crack cameraman with us tonight is Tim Sprinkle, and we appreciate him being along as well. Tonight's action is also made possible by Sesser Car Care. Sesser Car Care has ASE certified master technicians, including Keith Wilson. They also sell new and used tires, and they provide mechanical repair on cars, trucks, and vans, as well as complete detailing service as well. Depend upon Sesser Car Care. Their phone number is 625-CARE. That's 625-2273. That's Sesser Car Care, located right on the main drag there in Sesser. All right, still waiting more people to come back out on the field to start the second half. This is also, as you mentioned, the Shrine game, and that has some pretty serious importance to a lot of people tonight as well, too, doesn't it, Russ?
Yeah, when I came in, I told them I was with the radio station. They let us in free, and I was willing to still pay, but a lot of places will take half the gate proceeds and give that to the Shrine Club. What they're just doing here is just a pass-the-hat donation thing. They'll probably get a lot more money that way. All that money usually goes to the Shriners Hospital. I'm sure there's more than one. I think there's one in St. Louis. And for the most part, they do everything they can to provide free medical care to children who, unfortunately have an accident or disease or whatever. I think it's one of those deals where whatever your insurance doesn't pay, they try to pick up. Luckily, I don't know anybody personally that's been there, but I've heard stories about the treatment. And that sounds like a top-notch organization, and I'm sure everybody here is glad to help.
Well, the Shriners Hospital, they do some great things for children, certainly, and the Shriners are also, of course, in a lot of different parades in the area and things like that, so they're very, very active in trying to do things throughout these communities.
Yeah, like I was saying, my father-in-law's in the Shrine, and it's always a big deal for us and my son to go see him in the parades and doing little donuts in his go-kart and stuff. I think I must be bad luck on this, some of this equipment.
Yeah, on the patch cord situation
Yes.
here, yeah. Although we have a little bit of a problem with our video feed at this time. We apologize to those people who are trying to check out the video and archive, because we are a little issue with our picture here, but hopefully we'll get that straightened out here momentarily. The Fairfield Mules are back out on the field doing some stretching and trying to work out some kinks as they get ready for a second half action. The clock shows about a minute to play in the second half, or just before the start of the second half. I don't think Sesser's come out of the locker room yet.
Actually, they just went down here in the behind the end zone on the west end there, and they're getting up. I believe in football, though, after you get the first 15 minutes out, they always put that extra 3 back up. Never really figured out why they have to do it that way, but
it's a really, really nice, cool evening here.
Oh, that's nice.
Just a great, great night for football. Hey, I also want to remind you that coming up next week, our 90.9 Divine High School football game of the week will take us to Mount Vernon, as the Mount Vernon Rams will be hosting the Marion Wildcats in a South 7 Conference matchup. And, that's always a good game every year. Mount Vernon and Marion. And, of course, Marion lost their starting quarterback early in the season.
Well, I hadn't heard.
Yes, and but the guy who's come in and is playing for them now has been doing quite a bang-up job. And,
that's kind of what you're doing right now, trying to fix that with the hammer method again.
Exactly right. It worked in week 2 if I get it to work tonight.
No, I can't.
But no, that'll be a great matchup between Mount Vernon and Marion next week, and it'll be from Shield Stadium in Mount Vernon, so join us for that.
I don't know either coach personally, but I know of them and know the reputations, and both teams are going to be well coached and well prepared, and that should be a great high school football game.
I think that it will be. Also want to tell you that tonight's action is also made possible in part by the Newell Funeral Home, located in Mount Vernon, and also they have a location in Waltonville. Newell Funeral Home has the largest funeral chapel in Mount Vernon, seating 150 people. And the Newell Funeral Home has more information available on their website at newellfuneralhome.com. You can do pre-planning, pre-arrangements for a loved one. They're always there to help you in time of need. The Newell Funeral Home, located both in Mount Vernon as well as in Waltonville. We appreciate their underwriting support tonight. Well, again, we pass along some scores for you here at halftime, and as we look at the standings in the Black Diamond Conference coming into tonight, of course, these two teams that we're seeing tonight are at the top of the standings at 3-0. Carterville and Johnson City both at 2-1, and that Johnson City team is going to be a dangerous ball club. Somebody could stub their toe pretty easily on the Indians as well.
Yeah, I think they're still running the single wing from when Coach Rude was there, and that's always a tough offense to prepare against. It's hard to replicate that kind of stuff in practice. So they're going to give teams fits no matter what. Obviously Carterville, even though some people say they're down, they're still good. Down to them is still pretty good for most everybody else. Hamilton County with the big win last week over Carmi.
Yeah.
They can still make some noise. And as we were saying last week on the Sports Couch, some of these teams might be 1-2 now, but they still have a good chance to get to 5-4, 6-3, and get in the playoffs.
That's right. And again, we will be running a Sports Couch again on Saturday morning at 8 o'clock on the radio here at 90.9 The Vine. So be sure you tune in for that at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. The Sports Couch will be talking to a lot of area coaches, probably talk to both of these coaches tonight about this game.
They've been very good to talk to us in the morning.
They have been. We're also going to be checking in with Kyle Peach, who is the broadcaster for the Mount Carmel Aces. And, of course, they've got that big game tomorrow, making the travel up to Bloomington to take on Bloomington Central Catholic. And Kyle's going to kind of give us a preview of that football game tomorrow. So we look forward to talking to Kyle. And we'll also try to catch up with Coach Dan Mings of the Rams.
I was able to watch Mount Carmel this week on TV, and I've been told that their opponent wasn't real good, but still they looked real sharp. And they had two fullbacks. I didn't catch their names, but it didn't matter which one was in the game. They were getting at least 10 to 12 yards of carry.
Yeah.
They were hard to stop.
All right, we got both teams coming back out on the field. The horn sounds, and we're just about ready for second half action here from Mac Martin Field in Fairfield, otherwise known as the train yard, and we haven't heard a train come by since early on.
Maybe they've got that timed out, get them all done before the game.
That would be good. Randy Olson, Russ Gerlach, happy to have you along with us tonight.
There we go. We got a little TV now. Let's make sure we don't touch that anymore.
Yeah. And Fairfield will be kicking off to Sesser in the second half.
Sesser-Valier's got Brock Wheatley and Gavin Bassett, both kids from Waltonville on the kickoff return team. Like we said before, they got all three communities are making a lot of contributions to this team.
They really are.
Oh, squib kick on the ground.
And
he picked it up.
It is picked up at the 30-yard line. Up the sideline. Oh, boy, that was almost one of those illegal horse collar tackles there as he's wrestled out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
That's good field position. See if they've made some adjustments and get a nice sustained drive here to start it off, get the ball game tied up.
Red Devils have the football. That was Gavin Bassett, rather, on the return. They mark the football at the 38-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils of Sesser-Valier, Woodlawn, Waltonville.
In the I formation.
Gibson under center is going to give it to the first man through, and that's Tyler Rock. He takes it across the 40 up to the 41.
Nice quick hit and dive right up the middle. Easy 4 yards.
Bring up second down and 6. If you just joined us, Fairfield scored on the opening drive of the football game, and since then, that's all the scoring we've seen. It's 7-0 Mules.
A lot of punts. Not a lot of 3 and outs, though, other than the first possession for Sesser. Everybody's going to get some first downs, but not a lot of scoring.
Got a couple of receivers out there as they operate from the I again. This time it's a second man through, and that's Brock Wheatley, and he's across or up to the 45-yard line where he's brought down by the Mules. And that's going to bring up third down and short. We'll call it 3rd down and 3 from the 45-yard line. Again, football, a game of adjustments, and you wonder what kind of adjustments.
Well, from the I, they have been pretty dominant on running the ball or a little bit of the screen action. They surprised they haven't done play action off the I yet, but that may be what we're getting ready to see next. They come out in the I again.
Big play here, 3rd down and 3 for the Red Devils.
Oh,
Fairfield almost jumped in the neutral zone, and there's a flag.
Second hit special by Sesser-Valier, hard count. They all come set. Get somebody to jump off sides. That's an easy first down, not a lot of work.
No. Change that cadence up a little bit and throw them off. Officials are discussing it out there.
I didn't think there was much doubt what the play was or what the call was, but
guess they just want to make sure they were all on the same page.
I didn't see anybody move. They all did it together. Now, if one of them does it by himself real hard like that, sometimes you can get a penalty for false starter movement. They all go together.
It'll be 1st down and 10 for Sesser right at midfield at the 50-yard line. Kendall Gibson at quarterback. He's under center, and he's going to give it up the middle to Tyler Rock.
Oh, generous spot there, 2 yards.
Rock has forward progress of up to the 48-yard line of Fairfield. A gain of 2, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. Boy, after he got there, though, he got pushed back, didn't he?
Yes, somebody had a hold of his jersey. He was pulling back. 2 guys were in front of him, pushing back. Like we said before, it usually takes 2 or 3 guys to get him down. Hard runner.
And
in the I formation again for the Red Devils.
Again, 2nd down and 8. This time the second man through, that's Brock Wheatley. Breaks one tackle, gets around to the right side, and is driven out of bounds inside the 40 at about the 38-yard line.
Got a flag, illegal shift. I saw it, but the flag, it seemed like it was a little delayed again. I don't know if it's just getting stuck in his pocket or just wanted to make sure he wanted to call it, but
so they'll mark that one off.
looks like a 5-yard penalty. Another one of those where the penalty really didn't affect the play, just kill him.
Brings it back to the 47-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 13 now for the Red Devils. We're in the third quarter, 9:48 left to play. Could be a passing down. Let's see. Gibson under center. Got a couple receivers out there. He's going to a little reversal here as it comes over on the handoff.
Brock Wheatley.
And Wheatley is hit out of bounds inside Fairfield territory at about the 47-yard line.
Looked like he picked up 6 on the counter there. Gets into a more manageable 3rd down situation where they still have the option to run or pass. I'm not going to get invited back. So say it was working when you're kind of holding it funny on standing on one foot. You may have to try that.
All right, 3rd down and 6. Big play here for Sesser-Valier as they're in Fairfield territory at the 46-yard line. Gibson wants to throw it.
He's going deep.
Nice pass on the left sideline and
good
incomplete.
There.
And pass intended down there for Dane Eubanks and knocked out of his hands by Fairfield. A good defensive play. I think, was it John Reynolds on the defense?
No, it was Atterbury. Andrew Atterbury, quarterback and cornerback.
Made
a great defensive play there.
Sure did.
Say it's still early in the second half. You don't have to go for it here, but when you're past the 50 and the way your defense has played lately, it'd be tempting. Nope. They're lining up to punt at least.
They're going to act like they're going to punt it.
Yeah, they want everybody to think so. And they do. Look like they punted out of bounds.
Yeah, they do punt it out of bounds about the 25-yard line. That was Wheatley on the punt.
Punt that one over the fence onto the track.
Yeah, a beautiful new track here, by the way.
Yes, they do. I know they've had the track for a long time. I believe it was just resurfaced in the last couple of years.
But it's pretty nice.
Nice facility here. Hey, we're back up running now.
Yeah, I think I just discovered the problem, too.
So it wasn't me.
No, it was out of this unit over here. All right, we got our video feedback. We apologize for that being delayed a little bit for those watching on the video archive. Again, we're live on the radio and archived on video, which you get to see later this weekend on AreaSports.net. Fairfield 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line, and on the first 10 carry, Atterbury.
Nice fake inside. A lot of people bid. He's able to bust it outside for 5. Hadn't seen much of that out of them in the first half. I wasn't sure if they ran any option or not, and that's kind of what that one was looking like. That may be something they've been saving for the second half. Same formation for Fairfield they've been running all night. 2 receivers on one side, tight end on the other.
From the 30-yard line, 2nd down and 5, and they try to go up the middle this time. And again, a big pile there, but forward progress of maybe 3 yards on the play as a carry that time.
Matt Brown, Thunder again.
Brown again is 5'4", 190 pounds. Very strong athlete.
Looks like we're getting a measurement.
Both Matt Brown and Jordan Brown are seniors. Jordan is their kick return and punt return specialist. And chain gang is going to come out and measure as it's spotted just shy of the 35-yard line. So let's.
Well, he really kept his feet digging on that. He kept getting everything he had for the first down. I'd say he's got it.
Chains out. I think he's got it. He sure does. It's first down, Fairfield. First down for the Mules. They keep the drive alive at their own 35-yard line. Leading at 7-0 here in the third quarter with 7:57 to play.
Well, they haven't tried to get outside again. That's what Sesser had stopped in the first half. See if they try to keep everything more between the tackles and run behind those big boys.
And they do have big boys on that line. Blake Powell, another big one in there. He's 245 pounds. And there's a run up the middle. Again, a short one, 3 yards in a cloud of dust for Matt Brown.
Well,
but that's highly effective.
Yeah, they're keeping it on the ground. Quarterback looked like he's going to fake the option again. Looks like they've kind of changed their tactics a little bit.
Caleb Smith, another one of those big offensive linemen for the Mules. He's 6'2", 245.
He's a nephew of Coach Townsend.
Yes, he is.
And I believe he has another nephew on the team.
Luke Townsend.
Luke Townsend.
He's 6'1", 185, but he looks bigger than that.
Going with the unbalanced formation. They've got both offensive tackles on the same side.
Second down and 5 for the Mules. And they go up the middle again this time to Matt Brown. They're just pounding the football, and it's going to be about a yard short. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Controlling the ball, controlling the clock.
They lead the football game 7-0, and their best defense right now is keeping the ball in their hands.
Absolutely.
Their offense, and that's what they're doing. 6:37 to play in the third quarter as they'll have a big 3rd down and 1 coming from their own 44-yard line. Mules leading it.
Looks like they're already kind of watching the play clock, letting it wind down a little bit. Use that to their advantage. They snapped it pretty late there.
Atterbury's going to keep it. He's got a first down. First down for Atterbury as he gets the ball across the 45 up to about the 48-yard line. They'll move the chains as he just kind of looked for a place to sneak into, Russ, and he found it.
Yeah, I'm guessing that is the option play. He's got the choice to give it or to keep it. He was able to keep it there and cut right inside the tackle. Nice 4 or 5 yard gain. Coach Shadowens wants to take a timeout and take care of things.
All right, well, we have a timeout on the field, and while there's timeout, we want to let you know tonight's action's made possible by Wayne White Propane in Fairfield. They can supply you with propane for your home, your business, or for your gas grill, and they also sell gas grills at Wayne White Propane, located on Outer West Main Street in Fairfield. You can check their website for more information as well at WayneWhitePropane.com. Wayne White Propane, happy to be bringing you tonight's football game of the week on 90.9 The Vine and also in video archive on AreaSports.net. Also, tonight's game is made possible by Dairy Queen of Fairfield. Dairy Queen has all your favorite DQ treats and Brazier foods. You can check out hamburgers, chicken, shrimp, a variety of different food items, and of course those favorite DQ treats such as milkshakes, ice cream cones, and don't forget the banana splits, and of course Russ and I, we like the blizzards. That's Dairy Queen, located on Outer West Main Street in Fairfield, and we appreciate their underwriting support tonight of our 90.9 The Vine high school football game of the week. And again, next week we'll be in Mount Vernon as the Mount Vernon Rams will be hosting the Marion Wildcats in a South 7 conference battle. But right now it's 1st and 10 for the Fairfield Mules. They have the ball at their own 48-yard line after the timeout, leading it 7-0 with 6:15 to go in the third quarter. And here's a handoff to Matt Brown, and he's got a short gain of maybe a yard.
Looks like he was down at the line of scrimmage, but he just keeps them feet moving. You can put your hand down. Looks like he even puts his hand down, almost does the crab walk, keeps going.
Second effort.
Gets a couple of yards.
Yep, got it across the 50. Actually picked up about 2 yards on the play. This will be 2nd down and 8. Sesser can't score if they can't get the football, and that is the way Justin Townsend
That's kind of the way they're playing
sees it right now for the Fairfield Mules. So he's going to keep grinding it out. 2 or 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And as soon as I said that, here's a pass over the middle. It's tipped and almost intercepted. They had a receiver out there, and sprinting down there wide open was Tim Moore, but the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and Sesser almost picked it off, but it falls to the turf incomplete. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Mules. Again, just inside Sesser territory at the 49-yard line. Both teams 3-0 coming into tonight's action. Both teams scoring well over 40 points a game, but tonight it's been a low-scoring affair.
Very good defensive battle. You take away that first possession, and like we said, there's been some first downs, but for the most part, defense have been able to shut them down eventually. Looks like we got a little problem on the field, maybe some clock issues.
They're asking to set the clock back to 5:21. It reads 5:15 right now, so they'll back it up. All right. Got that.
Interested to see what they do here. They've been successful on the ground.
3rd down and 8 for the Mules.
Big stop here if Sesser gets it.
Fans making noise on both sides of the football field, and here's a pitch play. And around to the right side on the pitch is Cameron Williams. Williams had not carried the ball in quite some time. Is that his first carry of the second half?
First carry of the second half, a 10-yard pickup. And if he doesn't run into his own player, he might have broke that one.
And he picks up a Fairfield first down.
He had a guy out front blocking I couldn't tell which lineman it was, but he blocked his man, then he kind of got in the way.
First down at the Sesser-Valier 40-yard line as the Mules move the chains again. And coming in with the play is Henry Simmers.
Know his dad real well. Good guy.
Yeah. Again, that big Fairfield offensive line opening up some holes tonight for Williams and Brown. 1st and 10 from the Sesser 40-yard line. Fairfield gives the ball to Brown again. He's going to take it around the right side off tackle and picks up about 3 yards. Another cloud of dust. Brings up 2nd down and 7. Keeping it on the ground and chewing up the time and chewing up the yards. 5 minutes exactly to play here in the 3rd quarter.
That's what they want. That's kind of like the first drive they had tonight. They had 1 or 2 big plays, but for everything else was, 5 yards or so. Take care of the ball, take care of the clock. We haven't had a turnover tonight.
No.
That may be
very surprised
may see
at that.
one pop up later.
Very surprised at that. We thought that could be the difference in the game, but nothing's happened yet. Here's a handoff to Williams. Williams breaks a tackle and is finally crunched to the ground, but not till he picks up a big gain up to the Sesser-Valier 25-yard line. Another Fairfield first down.
He's kind of been the blocking back most of the time, and they finally gave him the ball. Big 16-yard gain.
He sliced and diced into the secondary that time, and Williams is 5'9", 155 pounds, part of the Thunder and Lightning backfield of the Fairfield Mules. Clock still running, 4:23 to play here in the 3rd quarter, and Sesser has hardly touched it in the second half.
Combined, they're right around 150 yards total. Probably on pace not to get quite what they have been, but that's still a good night.
Atterbury still at quarterback for Fairfield, and he's going to hand it off again to Williams. And Williams just wrestled down and actually lost yardage on the play. Lost about 1.5 yards on that carry. Backed him up to the 24-yard line where it'll be 2nd and 11.
We talked about how the Sesser-Valier done a good job stopping that sweep in the first half. Maybe time for Fairfield to bring that back out since they haven't ran it for, like I said, since the first half. They haven't ran it for a while.
And they went to Williams 3 times in a row here now.
So we got.
After it was a steady diet of Brown for a while.
We're going to let the clock run out and take a timeout, I guess.
That's exactly what they're going to do. They're trying to clock management here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the coach just wanted to set up a big play right here.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big spot of the game. Or
want to shorten the game, and he does. 3:22 left in the 3rd quarter. Fairfield leads at 7-0 and timeout on the field. And again, that gives us the opportunity to tell you that tonight's action is made possible by Wainwright Electric Cooperative, located in Fairfield on Outer West Main Street. They are your dealer for Convectair energy-efficient wall heaters. It will be cooling season or cooler weather here real soon, and you'll need something to keep those rooms a little warmer and toasty. They have the Apiro model Convectair heaters, available in 2 sizes, a 500-watt and a 1,250-watt unit, starting at $159. Wainwright Electric Cooperative number is 842-2196. It's 842-2196, bringing you tonight's action here on 90.9 The Vine. Again, we'll be posting the rest of the football scores on our website later tonight at AreaSports.net, our sister website, and also we'll have the video version of tonight's game posted there later this weekend as well. And again, hello to all of you listening to us online through our radio station site at wvyn.org. Glad to have you along this evening.
Still can't find a Mount Vernon score.
2-0 was the last score we got. It's tough to get scores out of Belleville-Althoff. Real tough to get them out of Cahokia. Here's a sweep to the left-hand side.
Looks like they got the corner.
As it's pitched.
Flag.
Williams, and there's a flag on the play. That was the call on 2nd and 11.
I was going to say, you take the timeout, you set up a play. I don't know if they had enough for the first down or not, but it worked perfectly. And then you get the penalty.
Yeah, that'll drive a coach nuts. Meanwhile, Coach Shadowens just trying to get the football back for his Red Devils as he wants to get his offense back out on the field as they still trail it here 7-0.
I think they may be over 100 yards total now, but not a lot of offense tonight for the Red Devils. Which is, I mean, it's not like they've just made a lot of mistakes. It's just Fairfield's been playing great on defense.
Fairfield's defense has been very good tonight. All right, 3:08 and counting here in the third quarter. Fairfield with the football, 2nd down and 21 from their own 34-yard line.
See if they look
after
for
the penalty.
Spurls in the seam again.
Rolling out, wanting to pass. It's Atterbury. Looks for a receiver. Now he's going to tuck it and run. And he's still on his feet. Picks up a gain of about 8 yards. Gets a lot of that back. Actually got more than that. Going to leave him about 6 yards short. I'd say picked up about 15 on the
15
play.
or 17.
Yeah.
He's done that twice now. Rolled out, had nothing going on, was able to tuck it. He does a good job of keeping that ball up like he's still going to throw it, even though he's past the line of scrimmage and he can't. He's able to fool the defenders and make them back off.
And again, Atterbury is just a junior. He's 5'10", 155-pound junior for the Mules.
Good athlete, runs hard.
It'll be 3rd down and 7 for Fairfield, just inside the red zone at the 19-yard line of Sesser-Valier. Big 3rd down play coming here with 2:06 to play.
They don't have to get it all here. They're in 4-down territory.
And Atterbury is chased, and he's going to be sacked for a big loss all the way back to the 30. Tried to roll out to his right, and Sesser said, I'm coming to get you this time, and they did. They sacked him big time back to the 30-yard line.
Yeah. Had a chance to throw it somewhere on down the sideline, maybe even chuck it out of bounds, just couldn't get rid of it. Just getting ready to say they don't have to get it all back in one play right there, but they pretty much have to go for, I mean, maybe they do a little pooch kick like you see in college and the NFL, but probably going to go for it here.
Under a minute and a half to play in the third quarter. 4th down and 18. Fairfield going for it from the 30-yard line. And Atterbury wants to throw it. He does. Throws it towards the corner of the end zone. It's tipped away by Sesser on a good defensive play as it was tipped away by Shane Bennett.
Yeah,
who was
good
back
play
there.
by Shane.
Bennett and Dane Eubanks both back in double coverage defense for the Red Devils. And Sesser-Valier will take over on downs. They'll get the football back with 1:16 to go here in the third quarter, trailing at 7-0.
Well, hear coaches say 4th down, knock it down. That way you get, interception looks good in your stats, but by knocking it down, you get the ball at the 30 as opposed to down there about the 10.
Sure, right. Absolutely. A lot of players forget about that. So from the 30-yard line, it is 1st and 10 for the Red Devils, taking it back the other way, trying to get on the scoreboard tonight as they have been bottled up by this tough Fairfield defense. And a handoff on 1st down, and it is.
Looked like Tyler Rock up the middle, had another penalty flag on the field.
And picked up maybe a yard.
Can't see the official.
It's a hold. Holding against the Red Devils, and that will push them back.
Having a hard time moving the ball tonight, and that's not helping.
No, it's not.
They don't have they've only got 4 penalties for 40 yards, but when you're struggling to score or move the ball in general, just shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, total offense tonight, as you said, just a little over 100 yards for Sesser, which is amazing because they have just been steamrolling their opponents this year. Put 31 points on Carterville.
I've got them at about 91.
You got them at 91 yards?
Yeah, 91 total yards.
Wow. And we are just about at the end of the third quarter. 57 seconds to play as they come out of the huddle. 1st down and 20 from the 20-yard line. Operating from the shotgun is quarterback Kendall Gibson. Wants to throw it. Throws it out to the right side, and it is complete. Complete out there to Brock Wheatley. Wheatley has a positive yardage up across the 30-yard line, but yes, another penalty.
Just guessing where that was and how that play was set up. It's probably a block in the back.
Officials are talking.
Holding.
And it is holding again against Sesser-Valier. And they're shooting themselves in the foot here with the penalties.
I mean, they've made up 12 of the yards there on that play, but I didn't see who did it or how bad it was, but
that's going to
it's
push it all the way
enough.
back to the 15-yard line now.
First and forever.
Yeah. First and 25. First down 25 from the 15-yard line. Clock running now again after the penalty with 37 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Again, a very fast football game tonight here at Mac Martin Field in Fairfield.
Now, early in the first half, they had number 7 across the middle wide open. See if they look for that again.
From the shotgun, Gibson throws it. It's complete. Out on the flat to Casey Hammond. Hammond is tackled at about the 25-yard line, a gain of about 10 on the play.
That was a nice play.
That'll bring up third down and 15 for the Red Devils, and that may be the final play of the third quarter as clock winding down here with 6 seconds left, and they're going to let it run out. Yes, that'll be it.
That gets them 101 yards.
Amazing. 101 yards of total offense through 3 quarters for Sesser-Valier.
I was expecting something like 28-27. 30-28, something like that.
Instead, our score after 3 quarters of play here from Mac Martin Field in Fairfield is the Fairfield Mules 7, Sesser-Valier Woodlawn Waltonville nothing. Tonight's action is made possible by Newell Funeral Home with locations in Waltonville and in Mount Vernon. The Mount Vernon location is the largest funeral chapel in Mount Vernon, seating 150 people. Newell Funeral Home can help you with your funeral arrangements and pre-arrangements at any time, as they will handle your needs with compassion and understanding. You can contact Newell Funeral Home on their website at newellfuneralhome.com. Again, locations both in Waltonville and in Mount Vernon. We appreciate the underwriting support of Jason Newell and Newell Funeral Home in Waltonville and Mount Vernon. Well, again, our game of the week next week will take us to Mount Vernon. We'll have a South 7 Conference game between Marion Wildcats and the Mount Vernon Rams next week. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, that's Saturday morning, 8 o'clock on the Sports Couch, we will be bringing you interviews, a lot of area coaches. We'll hopefully catch up with both Coach Justin Townsend and Coach John Shadowens from tonight's game and be able to talk to them about what's happened here tonight. Also, we'll be talking with Kyle Peach of Mount Carmel about the Mount Carmel Golden Aces big game tomorrow, a little preview of their game against Bloomington Central Catholic. And we'll talk to Coach Dan Mings of Mount Vernon, and probably be talking to the Flora coach and maybe the McLeansboro coach too. We'll see how time goes. All right, here we go. 2nd and 15 as Gibson wants to throw it, needs to get rid of it, and throws it out of bounds, and probably a good play throwing it out.
Yes, it was. Dane Eubanks, number 7, was open across the middle again like he was in the first half, but looked like they had a lot of pressure on the quarterback there. The entire defensive line looked like they were in there. He had to run for his life and throw it out of bounds.
So a big 3rd down 15 play coming up for Sesser-Valier. They need to make something happen. They're in their own territory here at the 25-yard line, and still have not scored, trailing it 7-0. You would figure it would be a passing down here for
Yep. Fairfield's in a pretty spread out zone there.
From the shotgun, there's a fumble, and I think Sesser might have got on it.
Well, it looked like the Sesser player fell on it, but fell on it with his back. I don't know if he got a hold of it or not. Looks like he did.
Hold of it. It's 4th down. It'll be a punting situation for the Red Devils, and Coach John Shadowens just looks on in disbelief.
I think they may have caught him right there. They ran a little draw with the defense spread out like that. They probably had a chance of getting the 1st down, but got to make the exchange.
So going back into punt formation again, it's Brock Wheatley. And he puts the toe to it. It's a good punt. Back to a 40-yard line.
He's down.
Yeah, down with the football is Brown. That's Jordan Brown. So he let his knee come down when he caught it, and it'll be Fairfield's football.
They've done a good job of not letting him bust a deep one.
No, he hasn't.
That's why
That's right.
Some of the Fairfield people were telling us before the game is he's pretty explosive on the returns.
It'll be Mules football at their own 42-yard line. We're in the 4th quarter, 11:05 left in the game. Fairfield leads at 7-0, and they scored that touchdown, an extra point on their very first drive of the game. Since then, neither team has hit pay dirt.
Kind of feel like Sesser needs a big turnover here, something to really turn the momentum and get things going their way.
Fairfield wants to just chew up some time, chew up some yardage, and they hand it off right there, and no gain at the line of scrimmage as it's handed off to Matt Brown.
Not sure what happened on that one.
I don't know if he slipped or what.
Slipped or looked like he almost hit his own man. But at the same time, if there's no gain, they still have the clock running.
Actually, might have lost about a half a yard. We'll call it second down and 11. Ball resting at the 42-yard line. And as you said, it's the clock is part of the element right now that you look at.
Want to keep it moving.
Here's a pitch out to Williams. Williams tries to sweep it to the left side, and boy, he is hit hard at the line of scrimmage. Wow.
Gavin Bassett makes a great tackle there. If he doesn't make that tackle, he probably gets at least 8 yards out of that.
Bassett came up and whacked him.
Big tackle.
Big tackle by Bassett, 6'3", 175 pounds, and he waylaid him that time.
No gain on that one.
And it is third down and 11 for Fairfield. So if Fairfield wants to chew up some more time and shorten this game, they need a first down here. Yep.
Really stepped up big.
Red Devils trying to get the football back as their fans exult on their defense here with 9:47 left in the football game. Here we go, third and 11. Misdirection play as they hand it off to Dylan Sorrells. He's close to the first down marker as he's driven out of bounds just inside the 50. It's going to depend upon where they mark the football.
Looks like he's going to be a yard short.
Very, very close.
That was a good play. They ran that in the first half.
That tight end sweep again to Sorrells. You're right, we did see that in the first half, and they had success with it then.
Now here's a big decision. If they get the first down, they keep the clock moving. But if you don't get it, you give away great field position.
Yeah, the ball is just inside the 50-yard line at the Sesser 48. It'll be fourth down and 1 for the Mules.
With that line and the way they've been running the ball, I think you got to go for it.
They got the biggest line in the conference. And Fairfield fans are on their feet as Fairfield's going to go for it on fourth down and 1.
They ran that second hit special earlier to draw them off.
Atterbury's going to hand it off, and it's first down and then some to Big Matt Brown. Brown has a first down all the way up to the 38-yard line, and they move the chains again, and they'll keep the clock moving as well.
Needed 1 and got 9.
Yes, big play there by Brown.
That didn't have everybody set. They were pushing it right there, but it was well worth it. Keep the clock moving. It's another one of those things kind of get the team demoralized a little bit.
Ball at the 39-yard line, first and 10 for Fairfield. 9:21 to go in the football game. They lead it 7-0, and they're driving. Red Devils trying to get turnover or get the ball back. Here's a handoff again to Brown, and you saw Sesser kind of going for the strip there.
Yep.
Brown held on to the football, got picked up about another 4 yards on the play.
Yep, they'll take 4 yards every time.
They mark it at the 35-yard line. It'll be second down and 6.
You can see after he made contact, did a good job getting both hands on the ball, protecting it. You know, kind of like that Monday night game they had where guy ran the ball out from the end zone. You know, it's good to fight for extra yards, but sometimes you just need to go ahead and take the knee.
Atterbury under center. Again with Williams and Brown in the backfield, and Brown is stacked up for a loss that time as they handed off to him up the middle, and he was met right away at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. And a big stop on that play by Tyler Rock on defense.
Yeah, they went to that unbalanced formation where they have both offensive tackles on the same side. It was the right side, and Sesser did a good job of shifting over, and nobody blocked Tyler Rock. You think of all those guys they have on that side of the field, they'd be able to get a helmet on him.
It is third down and 7 for the Mules. 8:04 to play in the football game. Ball resting at the Sesser-Valier 36-yard line. And whistle blows, timeout to the Fairfield Mules.
They've only got 10 guys out there. 1, 2, 3.
Is that right?
Yeah, they've only had 10 guys.
Well, Coach
saw they were a receiver short.
Coach obviously saw that and called a timeout to avoid the penalty. Timeout with 7:56 to go in the game. Reminder that tonight's game is made possible by Mount Vernon Dream Homes. They are Illinois' largest dealer, located along I-57 and Wells Bypass Road in Mount Vernon. They're the New Home Super Center. They're the dealer for Clayton, Freedom, Fleetwood, Dutch Housing, and Southern Homes. Located right near that the new exit there off of I-57. They have 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, and 5-bedroom homes in Mount Vernon. The phone number for Mount Vernon Dream Homes is 242-9000. It's 242-9000. Again, we appreciate the underwriting support of Mount Vernon Dream Homes in Mount Vernon. Any score updates there?
No, I haven't been checking.
All right, that's okay. Again, this game moving along, I got to feel like this game's probably going to get over for most of the other games in the area.
Maybe I'll drive somewhere and catch the end of another one.
We might. 7:56 to go in this one as Fairfield leads at 7-0. And again, they scored that touchdown extra point on the opening drive of the game. Since then, nobody's done anything. As far
I don't
as
believe either
across the
team's
goal
been in the
line.
red zone again.
Might have been close, but no real close scoring opportunities. And Sesser has just a little over 100 yards of total offense for the game, as Fairfield's defense has been outstanding tonight. 3rd down and 7 for the Mules. After the timeout, they try to sweep it on the pitch to Williams, and he finds a hole and makes the first down. I thought he was going to be stopped for a moment, Russ, but then it's a good second effort. And he picked up another Fairfield first down inside the 30.
Well, he ran that unbalanced formation again. When you put both tackles on the same side, those kids are so big, so strong, so fast.
Yep.
It's easy to push them back, get some yards. Made one person miss, and great run.
Takes the ball up to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mules. Playing at home here at Mac Martin Field.
I like how they're using the clock to their advantage. They're working that play clock down, single digits every time, usually under 5. Take as much time as they can.
7:28 to go in the game. Here's a handoff up the middle. And again, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And on the carry that time, Matt Brown, I believe.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he got at least 5. Never really got to full speed, I'd say. Just got behind his lineman, put his head down, and kept moving.
Again, can't say enough about that offensive line of Fairfield doing a good job and very, very big.
Well, as you were saying, that right there, they're obviously very big, very strong. And then, as Coach Townsend mentioned on the sports couch, very quick. We've seen a lot of different linemen be able to pull out tonight, get out in front of the runners.
Yeah, he was running behind Shelby Essman and Luke Townsend there, and you're talking about, and also John Reynolds, you're talking about guys going 215, 265.
I think we could even get a few yards behind them guys.
Might be able to. 2nd down and 5 for the Mules from the 23-yard line of Sesser. Again, handoff to Brown. He's got a first down. He might take it into the house. Inside the 5. Touchdown, Fairfield. 23-yard touchdown run by Matt Brown. And the Mules score again and give themselves some breathing room with 6:33 to play in the ball game.
Yeah, the same thing we've been talking about. They went unbalanced again to the right, and then he ran that more back to the left. Sesser's got too many guys shifted over, run back to the short side, and then he did a lot of that on his own.
He sure did.
Speed and power.
Great second effort. He was hit a couple of times by the Red Devils, but just kept bouncing off of them like a pinball and kept his momentum going forward and used those strong, strong legs and took him into the end zone. Touchdown from 23 yards out, and now the extra point attempt by Hunter Bryan. Snaps down, kicks up, it's a beauty. 6:33 to go in the football game. Fairfield has extended their lead. It's the Fairfield Mules 14, Sesser-Valier, Woodlawn, Waltonville Red Devils nothing in this battle for first place tonight in the Black Diamond Conference. 14-0 Fairfield. Late in the ball game, 6:33 to play. Tonight's action is made possible by Sesser Auto Body, the collision pros. They're located at 602 South Park Street in Sesser. Tim Pierce and the gang. Their phone number is 625-3523. That's 625-3523. Sesser Auto Body, the collision pros in Sesser. We appreciate their underwriting support tonight of this high school football game of the week. This action is also made possible by Anjo's Pizza in Sesser. They're located on the main highway just on the east edge of Sesser. Anjo's Pizza has dine-in, carry out, or delivery. The number is 625-ANJO. That's 625-ANJO or 625-2656. Again, they have delicious pizza, pasta, as well as sandwiches, salads, and Italian beef. All right, after the touchdown, here's a kickoff by Hunter Bryan. It's a squib kick, and it's picked up by Sesser and brought down at the 30-yard line.
That was Gavin Bassett bringing that one back.
Boy, he was hit hard, too.
Yes, he was.
Fairfield defense is fired up here, special teams.
No, you got to think with just a little over 6 minutes left to go that they can abandon the run completely, but Sesser's going to have to open it up and try to get some quick strikes down the field.
They're going to have to do something in a hurry. They're down 14-0 late in this game. And they'll take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Again, Kendall Gibson under center. Got Rock and Brock in the backfield, and he is going to give it to Brock Wheatley. Wheatley tries to get to the outside and is stopped after a short gain, maybe one. Not much, though. Looks like he got a yard. Called 2nd down and 9. That keeps the clock running with 6:12 to go in the game. And Sesser's operating with no huddle. No huddle in the hurry-up offense. And handoff up the middle to Tyler Rock. Rock up to the 35-yard line. Again, Fairfield defense doing a good job of limiting Sesser's offense on the ground.
Good job, open field tackle on the play before. Fairfield lineman forced the play to bounce outside, and the cornerback, Atterbury, did a great job of keeping outside leverage, forced him in, made the tackle.
Gain of 3. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Red Devils. This time from the shotgun, it's Gibson, and he's going to hand it off on a sweep from the shotgun position. It's Brock Wheatley. He's got running room along the right side, and he's got 1st down yardage across the 45 up to the 48-yard line. Big play that time by Sesser-Valier. Used to call that the Statue of Liberty.
That was pretty similar to it, yes. That was probably one of the biggest, 11 yards, and that's one of their biggest plays of the night. That's unusual for them. Still kind of in the hurry-up mode, trying to get things going.
Bring them up to the line of scrimmage, showing the spread and showing the shotgun again with 5:18 left in the game. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Gibson takes a snap, rolls out to the left, looks to pass it. He does, and it's complete in Fairfield territory inside the 50 at about the 47-yard line. Pass is hauled in there by Dane Eubanks. Eubanks, a 6 foot, 165-pound wide receiver, and Sesser is on the move in Fairfield territory. Again, no huddle offense here as Red Devils are on the move. 2nd down and 4. It was a gain of 6 on the play. Pass again, complete inside the 40 this time and out of bounds. That stops the clock as it was complete to Eubanks. And he hauls it in at about the Fairfield 39-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils, and they will move the chains. Clock stopped with 4:48 to play in the ball game. Fairfield leads at 14-0, but Sesser is on the move in the hurry-up offense.
Looks like they ran the same play twice there. Just a quick out to Eubanks.
And do we have an official timeout for equipment or what?
I think his mouthpiece came off his helmet.
All right, now they're ready. Gibson again will operate from the shotgun for the Red Devils. He does, and they're going to hand it off to Tyler Rock. Rock picks up positive yardage, maybe 3 yards on the play. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 7. They'll mark the ball at about the 35-yard line. Again, Sesser operating no huddle. 4:29 to go in the contest. Down 14-0. Gibson again from the shotgun, looking to pass it. Going to throw it, air it out. Got a man wide open. Oh, and tipped away at the last minute on a great defensive play. Coming over to tip it away was Dylan Sarles, and I'll tell you what, wide open was Brock Wheatley in the end zone.
Puts a little bit more on that. That's for sure 6 right there.
Wheatley was wide open right at the goal line, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Sarles knocked that one away. Sarles is 6'2", and he got all his long arm on that one.
Fairfield's playing pretty deep right there. They've got the underneath stuff, and they still got plenty of time to score. They don't have to take the shot every play.
3rd down and 7, and this one's batted down, incomplete by Fairfield. Great defensive play there by Luke Townsend. Big
Yes,
Luke at 6'1", batted that one down as they tried to throw the pass out to the right flat. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 7. Last opportunity here for Sesser with 4:13 to go in the ball game.
No doubt they're going to have to go for it here.
4th down and 7 from the Fairfield 35-yard line.
A lot of times in situations like this, end up trying to take a pass all the way to the end zone. They just need to worry about getting the 1st down, not trying to get all the way to the end zone on this one play.
Gibson will operate from the shotgun on 4th down and 7. Here comes the rush by Townsend. Hits him as he releases the ball, but it's still complete to the left side. Somehow it's hauled in on a great catch out there by Brock Wheatley. And I'll tell you what.
I believe it's number 7, Eubanks.
It was Eubanks on the catch, but I'll tell you what. A big hit there by Townsend on the quarterback Gibson just as he released it. Rushed that throw, but it's complete for the 1st down.
He had number 51 for Fairfield, Luke Townsend, coming down him hard and got a good shot in on there on him. 1st
and 10 at the 22-yard line after the completion of Eubanks. And again, Gibson from the shotgun. 4 minutes to go in the game. Here's a pass out to the right and overthrows the intended receiver. As making the crossing pattern there was Dawson Verhines, and it's over his head. Incomplete, stops the clock with 3:58 to go in the game. Again, Sesser knocking on the door here of the red zone. It's a ball on the 22-yard line, 2nd down and 10, trying to get in the end zone for the first time tonight as they trail it 14-0. Again, operating without the huddle.
They could have huddled there with the ball being an incomplete
pass,
but
they could have, but they
chose
not to.
Trying to keep the pressure on.
Trying to keep Fairfield on their heels. Here's a pass complete out to the left side to Brock Wheatley, and did he get out of bounds? Not sure whether he did or not.
I was saying inbounds.
Yeah, the clock is still running with 3:45 and counting in the football game. As the ball is advanced up to, now it's going to be a timeout to Sesser. Ball is spotted at the 20-yard line. That was a gain of 2 on that pass play. Now they're going to wind it. It was not a timeout. They wind it. Clock running with 3:34 left. No huddle again by Sesser. They come up. Gibson from the shotgun rolls out to the right. Townsend is on him.
Wide open.
Wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Sesser. A 20-yard touchdown strike to Dawson Verhines. Verhines ran the out pattern on the right side, and he was hit on a perfect strike by quarterback Kendall Gibson, 20 yards out, and Sesser's on the board with 3:23 to go in the ball game. And now, how big was that last touchdown by Fairfield?
Oh, it's huge, especially with the way they were able to run the ball. You would think that they would be able to run the clock out, but I'm sure Sesser's ready for it.
Sesser will try to tack on the extra point, and kicking it will be Zach Johnson.
Well, the cornerback, he should have stayed outside a little bit. He didn't go with the slot receiver on the wheel route, wide open.
Snaps down, kicks up. It's a beauty, and with 3:23 to go in the football game,
flag.
It's getting interesting here. And are they going to put it on the?
I think they ran in the kicker.
Well, they'll assess that on the kickoff. The extra point will be good. 3:23 to go in the football game. It's Fairfield 14, Sesser-Valier 7. And again, tonight's action is made possible by Sesser Car Care. Sesser Car Care is ASE certified master technicians, including Keith Wilson. They have new and used tires as well, and they'll do mechanical repair on cars, trucks, and vans. They also have complete detailing service. Just call 625-CARE. That's 625-2273. 625-CARE for Sesser Auto Care, or Sesser Car Care in Sesser, located right on the main drag in downtown Sesser. We appreciate their underwriting support of tonight's action here on 90.9 The Vine. And again, we'll be video archiving this game as well on AreaSports.net later this weekend.
Got a score for you. Hamilton County up 14-0 on Christopher after 3 quarters. They've really got things going in the right direction after their first 2 losses.
Yes, they do.
Harrisburg's up 28-14 on Massac County. Don't have any other Black Diamond scores.
Again, we'll have all the scores posted later on tonight on our sports website at AreaSports.net. And, of course, we'll talk about them tomorrow, along with a lot of coaches in the area on the Sports Couch, our Saturday morning sports talk show on 90.9 The Vine at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So join us for that.
That penalty was big. They get a scoot up 15 yards. Fairfield's got the hands team out.
Sesser kicks it from the Fairfield 45-yard line, and they easily kick it through the end zone.
Not sure if that's what the coach wanted or not.
That'll give Fairfield the ball at the 20-yard line. Of course, that prevents them from returning the kick. But they will have the ball at the 20-yard line. And with that big offensive line, you figure they're going to just keep it on the ground and try to run out the clock here as there's 3:23 to go in the game, and Sesser's got to find a way to get the football back.
Well, the way they were able to run that unbalanced formation, just run behind their 2 big tackles, I would think they'd just stick with that and figure on running the clock out. It's not broke, so I doubt they're going to try to fix it.
Yeah. Let's see what they do here from the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Atterbury at quarterback. And he is going to hand it off to Matt Brown, and he's stacked up the line of scrimmage, picked up a gain of maybe 1. Got to keep the clock running, however. Call it 2nd down and 9. Keeps the clock running with 3:09 to play in the football game. And now they blew a whistle. I thought they were stopping the clock, but no, they're not. Fairfield's going to just take their time and run the clock down before they come out of the huddle and snap it.
Using all 25 seconds on the play clock.
That's what they give you, and you might as well use it. That's what they're trying to do here.
Now they're going back to the unbalanced formation left.
2:45 left in the game, and they're going to pitch it out, and they got some blockers out there as they get the pitch out. to Williams. Williams picks up a good gain on the play of about 4 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Mules. And Sesser going to have a big 3rd down play defensively coming up, and we do have timeout on the field. Timeout with 2:33 to go in the game.
Kind of feel like we're just waiting for him to bust one long. He's been really close a few times, and I can see why they call him lightning.
Yeah. Fairfield will have the ball, 3rd down and 4 from the 26-yard line. When we come back after the timeout, we want to tell you that tonight's action is made possible by Dr. Jacques Papazian, MD. He's the ear, nose, and throat specialist in Mount Vernon, located at 4117 South Water Tower Place in Mount Vernon. Dr. Papazian's phone number is 242-0672. That's 242-0672. Dr. Jacques Papazian, MD, ear, nose, and throat specialist in Mount Vernon, a big high school football fan, and happy to be out underwriting tonight's high school football game of the week on 90.9 The Vine. And we appreciate his underwriting support. Don't forget, we will be announcing the Anjo's Pizza Player of the Game from Sesser-Valier at the conclusion of tonight's contest, too. Win or lose, we'll do that for a Sesser player after the game, and they'll win a free personal pizza, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. But Fairfield's in control right now as they have the football, 3rd down and 4 from the 26-yard line with 2:37 to play. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. And rolling out is Atterbury, and stopped short of a 1st down, I believe, after the handoff. He is Matt Brown. Don't think he got it.
That's a big stop right there because you've got to punt it now.
It's 4th down and 1, deep in their own territory. Yeah, if you don't punt here and don't get it.
Sesser called another timeout to kill the clock to get their punt return set up. It may be a good time to go for a block deep in Fairfield's own territory.
2:16 to play in the football game. Or maybe I should say 2:16 to play in regulation, huh?
That may happen. You said before the game you think it's going to be overtime.
Well, last year these two teams played a 21-20 game.
Yeah, I think you said Sesser went for 2 and
didn't make it.
Fairfield
won. That was last year's game. This year it's 14-7. This big 4th down and 1 play coming up for Fairfield on their own 29-yard line, but you figure they're going to punt it since they're deep in their own territory, but you never know because Coach Townsend has surprised us a couple of times tonight.
Well, he's got such a good offensive line. You would think 1 yard would be easy, but that's a big risk when you're on your own.
Yeah, when you don't.
Looks like you're right around your own 30.
If you don't get it.
Especially the way they were able to march the ball down the field through the air the last time.
That's right. Tonight's action also made possible by Newell Funeral Home with locations in Waltonville and Mount Vernon. We appreciate their underwriting support tonight. Here we go. They look to be back in punt formation. And let's see. That's Tim Moore, and he will punt it. It's a very high punt, very short punt. And it's going to bounce just shy of the 50-yard line. And Sesser's going to have tremendous field position at the Fairfield 49-yard line.
I was going to say, if they can keep working the passing game like they were, get out of bounds and not have to. I think they've already called 2 of their timeouts.
Yeah, it was a very high, short punt.
Yeah.
Again, Newell Funeral Home bringing us tonight's action here on 90.9 The Vine. They have locations both in Waltonville and in Mount Vernon. The Mount Vernon Funeral Chapel is the largest funeral chapel in Mount Vernon, seating 150 people. I appreciate Newell Funeral Home and their underwriting support of tonight's high school football game of the week. Sesser trying to tie this football game up. Down 14-7, have the ball at the Fairfield 49-yard line. Gibson from the shotgun rolls out to his left. He's hit as he releases it, but he completes it. The pass is complete on the crossing pattern to Dane Eubanks, and Eubanks has a 1st down deep in Fairfield territory inside the 30-yard line.
Looked like a 20-yard gain, that same crossing pattern they've ran most of the game.
Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for Sesser. Under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Again, Red Devils operating with a no-huddle offense. Gibson will be operating from the shotgun. Fairfield has led this entire football game. It's 14-7 right now. Red Devils trying to find a way to tie it. Rolling out is Gibson. He's going to keep it. And he's got positive yardage. Picks up about 4 yards on the play. Gets the ball up to the 26-yard line, but that keeps the clock running.
Got to hurry up and get to the line of scrimmage.
Minute 35 left. Clock continues to run as Fairfield leads at 14-7 from the shotgun. Gibson again. There's a snap. Looks to throw it. passes it out to the left side. It's incomplete, intended for Dane Eubanks.
That was that out pattern they ran successfully the last drive. Just a little low on the throw.
On defensive coverage that time for Fairfield was Andrew Atterbury, the quarterback, and also out there on defensive coverage was Dylan Sarles. Sarles knocked one away earlier on their last drive, which would have been a touchdown.
Those two played really good in secondary tonight.
Yeah, they have.
They're good on both sides of the ball.
3rd down and 7. Minute 25 to go in the game. From the 27-yard line, Gibson from the shotgun throws it complete to the right side, and getting out of bounds, stopping the clock, is Dawson Verhines.
Looks like a 9-yard pickup.
It's a 1st down for Sesser. They'll move the chains, stop the clock with 1:20 to go in the football game, and it's out of bounds for the Mules, or for the Red Devils at the Fairfield 18-yard line.
Now the touchdown earlier, the slot receiver ran what they call a wheel route. He just kind of ran through the sideline and up the field. Would be surprised to see them try that one again.
$18-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. 1:20 to go in the football game. Again, Gibson from the shotgun. Here's the snap. Rolls out to his left this time. He's pursued by the Mules. Got to get rid of it. He does. Throws it away out of bounds, and that was probably a good decision on his part because he was about to be sacked big time.
He didn't have much going on there.
In big pursuit for the Mules that time was Hunter Bryan, number 62, and also Cody Yarnell, number 7, defensively for Fairfield.
They've got some good pressure in there quite a bit on the passing game. When they've given him time, he's been able to pick them apart.
Yep. That stops the clock on the incomplete pass with 69 seconds to go in the game. Again, it's 14-7 Fairfield, but Sesser knocking on the door at the 18-yard line. It brings up 2nd down and 10. Sesser going up against both Fairfield and the clock at this point.
Still got a lot of time. 1:13 is a lot of time. Even if Sesser scores, it's a lot of time for Fairfield to come back and score.
Gibson will operate from the shotgun again. He's got Tyler Rock in the backfield with him. Then he's got 4 receivers going out. Gibson's going to throw it over the middle. It is complete, and it's a touchdown. Touchdown, Sesser-Valier, complete to Dane Eubanks from 18 yards out. Another touchdown strike from Kendall Gibson, and we've got us a 1-point ball game, 14-13.
Wonder if he's thinking about last year and his decision to go for it.
Yeah, last year they went for 2.
He's thinking he better kick the ball right now.
Going to try to kick it, try to tie it up and send this game potentially to overtime. But as you said, a lot of time left, 67 seconds on the clock, and with that potent Fairfield offense, anything can happen.
All they got to do is bust one. This is a big kick.
Zach Johnson will try to boot it through the uprights. He does, and we got a tie football game.
Well, we thought we might be the first game to end the night. If we go to overtime, we might be the last.
Might be the last.
That's all right. I can stay here a lot longer.
This has been a great football game. Hope you're enjoying it here online at WVYN.org and live on the radio at 90.9 The Vine. WVYN, Blueford, Wayne City, where our score is Fairfield 14, Sesser-Valier, Woodlawn, Waltonville 14. Red Devils have new life. Their fans are energized. Their players are energized. And now they'll kick it off to Fairfield with 67 seconds left on the clock. Now, if you are Sesser, you certainly don't want to kick it to Jordan Brown, who...
No, keep the ball away from him. But I believe they've got Matt Brown or Cameron Williams back there as well. Both of them are speedy.
They do have 2 speedsters back there.
You don't want to kick it out of bounds, but you definitely want to do a good job covering the kick. Well, there's a lot of times tonight that the Red Devils had a chance to put their heads down, quit, just figure we just can't do it tonight, and they've stuck it out.
That was an impressive drive.
Both scoring drives are impressive. Went in the air with it. It's one of those times as a coach you're scratching your head wondering if I should have done it a long time ago.
2 touchdown passes by Kendall Gibson here in the 4th quarter. There's a
squib kick. Keep it.
And it's going to be picked up by Williams, and Williams is upended right away at the 32-yard line.
Nice
Sesser
tackle.
Special team unit Sesser covers them up, and Fairfield will have the football. 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line with 63 seconds left in regulation. Again, both teams have been scoring well above 40 points per game this year, but tonight has been a defensive struggle, and we're knotted at 14-all with 63 seconds to go. Fairfield has the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Again, it's Atterbury at quarterback. They've got the speedy Williams and Brown in the backfield. And Atterbury I think that was a busted play.
Yes, it was.
Atterbury's looking for room to run, and he is swarmed under by the Red Devils.
We got a flag, it looks like.
He went back to hand it off, and nobody was home.
Looks like all 11 players for Fairfield have the little wristbands with the plays on it so they can go no huddle. It's always nice when the coach can just holler out a number and they all be able to run the same play. Illegal shift.
Yeah, legal shift on the Mules.
Looks like they're going to take the yards instead of the down.
Well, and the clock has wound down to 47 seconds left. Big fourth quarter comeback here by Sesser-Valier. They were left for dead with a 14-0 deficit with, 6 minutes left? 5 or 6 minutes left?
Yeah, I think they got the ball back the second time with about 3.5.
Yeah. They have scored from the air twice to tie it up. Now the clock runs. 31 seconds left. Atterbury rolls out to his left. Wants to pass it. He's being rushed. Now he airs it out and it throws it out of bounds. It's incomplete. Stops the clock with 22 seconds left in regulation. We'll bring up second down and 15 for the Mules with the ball at their own 27-yard line. We may very well be headed for overtime.
Looks like I've got intentional grounding. And I think a lot of people don't realize that in high school, I'm not sure. I don't think there is intentional grounding out of the pocket. You can still get called for it, whereas in college and the pros, if you're in between the tackles, it's grounding. Otherwise, you can throw it away.
Well, he had clearly rolled out of the pocket to his left. He was way out of the pocket.
I remember that being called when I was an assistant coach at Flora, and I was just like the fans. I assumed it was okay to throw it away when you were out there.
Well, it will bring up another play, second down and 20, and ball at their own 22-yard line now with 22 seconds left in the game. Atterbury under center. And they're going to do the tight end sweep again to Sarles. Sarles gets over to the left-hand side and is finally driven out of bounds at about the original line of scrimmage.
Looks like he picked up 10 of it back.
Yep, got it back up to the 32-yard line. Original line of scrimmage, stops the clock with 15 seconds left in regulation.
They've got 2 downs. I don't know if they're going to take a big shot or maybe run a little trick play again. Otherwise, they may be happy just to go into overtime. But right now, I would not want Sesser getting the ball back.
Sesser defense is fired up here. Third down and 10 with 15 seconds to go.
I think the coaches are trying to get some of the Sesser secondary to back up a little farther.
And we're going to have a timeout called. And who called it? Was it Fairfield?
Fairfield.
Timeout Fairfield. All right, timeout. 15 seconds to play as a big play will be coming up. Tonight's action is being brought to you by Wayne White Propane, your local propane dealer in Fairfield, serving the entire area of southeastern Illinois with propane for your home, business, or farm. They also have propane for your gas grills, and they also sell gas grills at Wayne White Propane, located on Outer West Main Street in Fairfield. You can check their website at WayneWhitePropane.com. That's WayneWhitePropane.com for additional information. Tonight's action is also brought to you by the Dairy Queen in Fairfield. They're located also on Outer West Main Street in Fairfield. The Dairy Queen has your favorite DQ treats and Brazier foods. Might be good for something after the game tonight at Dairy Queen in Fairfield, whether it be a DQ treat like an ice cream cone, a blizzard, banana split, or the milkshake of your choice, or perhaps some Brazier foods like hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken, shrimp. We appreciate Dairy Queen's underwriting support tonight of this high school football game. And on third down, did he take a knee?
They just took a knee. They're just going to be happy to go to overtime. And
that's what we're going to have, overtime football here tonight from the train yard in Fairfield.
You called it early. You said you think we're going to have overtime tonight. And I didn't think we'd have overtime. I thought it would be, instead of 14-14, I was thinking more like 30-28. But
well, it was a great fourth quarter comeback by Sesser-Valier as Fairfield had a 14-0 lead with under 6 minutes to play. And Sesser scored twice from the air to tie it. And we are going to overtime 14-14. And the rules in overtime is they will they'll come out and they'll have another coin toss, I believe, and then they'll determine who goes first, and both teams will have a chance to try the football from the 10-yard line, 4 downs. Right?
Yes, both teams get a chance to score from the 10. Both teams will get the ball. If both teams scores, both teams will get the ball again. It's not a first to score like the NFL, which I'd like to see that change. But that's for another day.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, the momentum is clearly with Sesser. But when you get down inside the 10, Fairfield's got the advantage running. Will Sesser be able to spread out and keep throwing with the field being a lot shorter down there on the 10-yard line?
That's true. It changes things when you're from the 10-yard line.
It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Because both of Sesser's touchdown passing strikes have come well beyond the 10-yard line.
Yes, one of them was for 20 yards and one of them was for 18.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they need to take a penalty and give themselves some room.
Yeah. Hey, tonight's action's also made possible by Wayne White Electric Cooperative in Fairfield, providing electricity to 11 different counties in southeastern Illinois, and also they are your dealer for Convectair wall heaters. They are the energy-efficient electric heaters that mount on your wall, or they'll mount on a stand up against the wall. That cold weather will be coming soon, and Convectair can help you heat a room efficiently. Check on the apparel model of Convectair heaters at Wayne White Electric, located on West Main Street across from Save-A-Lot in Fairfield. The phone number is 842-2196. That's 842-2196, and we hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast here on 90.9 The Vine. Well, we said it was the 90.9 The Vine football game of the week, and we weren't joking. It's overtime here at the train yard in Fairfield as they come out to center of the field for the coin toss. We'll find out who's going to get the football first in overtime, but again, both teams will have an opportunity to try it from the 10-yard line.
Now, as a coach, you want to go second. That way, if the team with the ball first, if they scores, they go for 2, they kick a field goal, you know what you have to do going second. And then especially if you get them stopped on that first possession and get the chance to score yourself, all you have to do is get the field goal, get the touchdown. You don't have to worry about the extra point. Definite advantage going second.
Well, how fitting it is for this battle for first place tonight, Russ, to be overtime.
Oh, yeah. This is, we've been, like we said, we've been talking about this game for 2 weeks. It's been a lot of build-up, a lot of excitement. I've been thinking about it all week.
A lot of hype.
And it's lived up to it. Didn't live up to it for about the first probably 3.5 quarters, and then Sesser turned it on with their passing game, was able to march down the field twice, tie the ball game, and now we've got overtime. We may have to start laying bets on how many overtimes we're going to have.
There was an overtime game in week 1 of the Black Diamond Conference season as Vienna had an overtime game with McLeansboro, and that did go to overtime.
Yeah, and that had an exciting ending.
Sure did.
Looks like Sesser's getting the ball first. We're going to be playing down here on the west end. I know in college it's always great to have that on down by your student section. I don't really think here there's a big difference either way. I don't think there's enough breeze to make a difference.
All right, so Sesser will get the football first. And again, we'll refresh the rules for you on overtime in high school football here in the state of Illinois. IHSA rules state that you get the football at the 10-yard line and you get 4 downs to operate from the 10-yard. But, of course, penalties can still enter into the game just like they do no matter where you're at on the field.
Yeah, I kind of wish they'd go to the college system. I like that from the 25-yard line. That way you do have to get a first down or 2 to keep it going. A lot of times you can get a quick 10 yards.
Right.
Will be interesting to see if they go back to the I formation like they have been doing, try to keep the ball on the ground, or try to keep it spread. It looks like they're going to keep her spread out.
Again, the clock does not have any role, really.
Just the play clock.
Overtime, just the play clock, right. You get 25 seconds there.
Going 5 wide.
And, yeah, that's an empty backfield as Gibson will operate from the shotgun, and he is going to throw it. And it's a touchdown.
One play, we're done.
Pass is complete. Touchdown, Sesser-Valier to Dane Eubanks.
That's his second.
10-yard touchdown strike to Eubanks. Empty backfield that time. Sent everybody out. And on the very first play, Gibson connects with Eubanks.
They've been running that out, comeback route quite a bit on the sideline. And, early we saw a couple drops, a couple bad passes. But in the second half, they've been pretty solid on that.
Now, will they kick it or will they go for 2? They're going to kick it.
Well, they're lined up to kick it. They might fake it, but
Zach Johnson is the place kicker for Sesser-Valier. He's 5'10", 155 pounds, and he splits the uprights. It's a beauty.
Looked like Fairfield had 12 men on the field. It'll be interesting to see if they want to go ahead and take the point or move up the 1.5 yards and try for 2.
That's true.
I'd have a hard time taking points off the board.
Yeah, a real tough time taking points off the board. Let's see. Coach says decline. Yep, they're going to decline it.
Yep.
So for the very first time tonight, Russ, Sesser-Valier leads it 21-14, and we are in overtime.
Did not lead till overtime. I'd say probably in 6 minutes they've scored all 21 points.
Well, now the official came over and discussed it with Coach Shadowens.
Yeah, I think they gave him the point finally, and
yeah,
they've declined the penalty. It'll be Fairfield's ball in the 10. Now, see, here's where Fairfield does have the advantage. If they score, they can just go ahead and kick it, or if they want to take the chance and go for 2, they've got the advantage. Might be a complete reversal of last year.
It could be. Again, last year's game was 21-20 in favor of Fairfield.
I'm sure Coach Shadowens would take that and run.
All right, so Fairfield will get it now in overtime. First down from the 10-yard line. You get 4 tries from the 10.
Going with that unbalanced formation.
Atterbury at quarterback. And he's going to give it to Matt Brown, and Brown gets forward for about 6 yards, I think.
6 yards.
Got it inside the 5. And it's going to be second down and goal from, now they're going to mark it at the 3-yard line. Going to give him 7 yards on the play. So it'll be second down and goal from the 3-yard line for the Fairfield Mules.
Unbalanced again, trying to take advantage of that.
Again, they give it to Brown, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage,
Still
but then gets forward. And he's close to the goal line, very close.
Say, you saw the Fairfield fans get excited, put their hands up. They were trying to count it.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, their opinion doesn't count for them guys. But
initially, you know, he was hit behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got to be as close as you can without being in, it looks like. Right on the goal line.
So here we go, third down and goal for the Mules. In overtime, trailing at 21-14. Quarterback sneak by Atterbury.
Not getting a
No
sign.
signal yet.
Didn't look like he had to go very far. I thought he had it.
There's
Touchdown.
the signal. It is a touchdown, Fairfield. Boy, that was a long time coming.
Well, there was a huge pile. It was kind of hard to see. Not to criticize the crew, but they were in no hurry to get in there either.
Atterbury scores on the quarterback sneak in overtime for Fairfield, and that makes it 21-20. And now Fairfield will have the option of trying to tie it back up at 21 and force a second overtime, or they could go for 2.
Atterbury's out there. I think they're going to go for it. Here it is. This is the ball game right here.
They're going to try to win the football game right now in overtime.
You've got to.
Gutsy call here. Going for 2, going for the win. It's a sweep by Brown. He throws the football. It's incomplete, and Sesser has won it in overtime. Sesser-Valier has beaten the Fairfield Mules in overtime 21-20. They ran the sweep to Brown. He was going to be stacked up behind the line of scrimmage, Russ, so he knew it. He tried to throw the football, and there was nobody there to catch it. And Sesser-Valier has scored 21 unanswered points and won the football game in overtime, 21-20. Wow.
Oh, I don't have the stats figured out yet, but I know they had to be outgained for the game. Didn't get the lead until overtime. And then gutsy call by Coach Townsend. I ran the sweep. I'm not sure if he was supposed to run or if he had the option there, but looked to go back for the pass. It looked like it was a throwback to the quarterback. He was wide open if he would have got it there, but wasn't meant to be. Great football game. Great
tremendous football game. Heartbreaking loss for the Fairfield Mules. An unbelievable comeback win for the Sesser-Valier Red Devils. They remain undefeated on the season at 4-0, and Fairfield Mules fall to 3-1, and identical scores last year.
Yeah, that's
identical scores
basically
last year.
the exact same situation. I'm not sure if it was a
comeback
by Fairfield.
It was regulation last year, but this year it's overtime. And the Shrine game tonight goes to the co-op of Sesser-Valier Woodlawn Waltonville in overtime as the Red Devils come from behind and win it 21-20 in OT here at the Train Yard, Mac Martin Field in Sesser. And boy, the Red Devils are jumping all over Coach Shadowens out there, I believe. Is that Coach Shadowens on the bottom of that pile?
I
think it is. It is. That's Coach Shadowens on the bottom of that pile. That is the first time that Sesser has ever won at Fairfield, is what I understand.
I think Fairfield won there last year for the first win by the road team.
Right.
This will be the second win by the road team.
Well, as you work on those stats, I'll let people know that tonight's game, again, has been made possible by Sesser Auto Body, located at 602 South Park Street in Sesser. They are the Collision Pros. Their phone number is 625-3523, and they're excited about bringing you tonight's broadcast and excited about the outcome as well as Sesser wins it tonight 21-20 in overtime. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park Street. The Collision Pros, their number is 625-3523. And tonight's action is also made possible by Anjo's Pizza in Sesser, located on the main highway just on the east edge of Sesser. And, of course, we're going to name the Anjo's Pizza Player of the Game here in just a moment as Sesser-Valier wins it tonight in overtime 21-20. Call for carry-out or pick-up or delivery at 625-ANJO. That's 625-2656. Anjo's Pizza in Sesser. I'm sure they'll be celebrating there tonight as the Red Devils win it in overtime 21-20. You got the post-game stats for us, sir.
Well, first of all, right now, Kendall Gibson's getting honored on the field as the MVP for Sesser-Valier in the Shriners game here. I've got Sesser at 77 yards rushing, led by Tyler Rock with 54. Had 112 yards passing, almost all of it there in the fourth quarter, for a total of 189 yards. Fairfield had a total of 300 yards on the night, 243 on the ground, led by Thunder Matt Brown with 133, 57 yards in the air. So like we said earlier, out Fairfield, they beat him in the statistics. Unfortunately, they just didn't beat him in the scoreboard. Looks like they're giving the trophy out to some of the senior captains for Sesser-Valier, Woodlawn, Waltonville, and I believe in these games
they give
an MVP to the winning team and the losing team. Don't see anybody giving the trophy to Fairfield right now, so maybe they only give one out for that. I'm not for sure. I know when I played in high school, they gave one to both teams. But definitely, when Sesser-Valier had to go to the air there in the fourth quarter, they did, and they were successful. They were able to march it down the field, get two quick scores in the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. And then in overtime, they wasted no time scoring on the first play, a quick out to Dane Eubanks in the left corner of the end zone for the touchdown. And once Sesser-Valier got the momentum, got things rolling, they didn't let up.
No, they didn't. And we have to name an Anjo Pizza's player of the game tonight for Sesser-Valier, and who's it going to be there?
Well, I don't think there's any doubt. I'm going to agree with the Shriners on who they picked for MVP and go with Kendall Gibson. He was able to lead, I guess you'd say two of the long-scoring drives in that overtime touchdown. A lot of times, Fairfield, they've got some good defensive linemen. They were able to bust through, cause some trouble for Kendall while he's dropping back, looking to pass, but he kept his cool. Didn't have any picks, no turnovers. Actually, no turnovers for either team. So it was a great game that way. But he's able to lead the team down on two straight scoring drives, made some great passes, and no doubt he's going to have a free pizza.
All right. Well, congratulations to Kendall Gibson. He is our Anjo's Pizza player of the game. He'll get a free personal pizza from the fine folks at Anjo's Pizza, located on the edge of Sesser there. And any other stats or comments you got tonight?
Well, no, I was going to look up some more scores if you had a few more things you're going to go through.
Go ahead. We can do it real quick here, if you want to go ahead and do that. Again, we'll remind you that tomorrow morning on the Sports Couch, we're going to be talking to a number of different coaches in the area. We'll try to catch up with Coach John Shadowens of Sesser-Valier in the morning. We'll also catch up with Coach Justin Townsend of Fairfield and get to his reaction to tonight's overtime loss. We'll also catch up with Coach Dan Mings of the Mount Vernon Rams. We'll also be talking with Kyle Peach of Mount Carmel for a preview of tomorrow's Mount Carmel versus Bloomington Central Catholic game tomorrow in Bloomington. Get a preview on that. And we'll also catch up with Skip Dillon of Flora tomorrow on the Sports Couch as well. Of course, that's our Saturday morning sports talk show, and that comes up at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning on 90.9 The Vine. Got a couple
I'll
of
say
updates?
the only big thing I've got is with time expiring, Noah King from Massac County catches a touchdown pass. So Massac County wins 29-28, I believe, over Harrisburg. Harrisburg was up big in that game.
How about that?
Massac was able to make a comeback. I believe Carterville was winning their game. Hamilton County was winning theirs. I didn't see a score for Carmi.
Again, tonight's game is also going to be video archived on our sports website, which is AreaSports.net, and you'll be able to see that here online a little bit later on this weekend. And also the game will be aired on Charter Communications Cable Channel 10 in 11 different communities later this weekend as well. So I guess that's going to wrap things up then.
Yeah, like we said, we were hoping for a great game. We were looking forward to it for 2 weeks, and it delivered. It was a great game.
Yeah, it sure was. Again, I want to thank our engineer Doc back at the station for his work on the ball game tonight, and I thank our cameraman Tim Sprinkle, and so good job as always there, Russ.
Thank you very much. I'll see you in the morning.
Tomorrow morning. Okay, so for Russ Gerlach, this is Randy Olson saying thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Again, the final score here from the train yard in Fairfield in overtime. Sesser-Valier beats Fairfield in overtime 21-20. And so long from Fairfield.
You've been listening to high school coverage of football.